So you all find yourselves floating in a liminal space, a gray, extra-dimensional pocket. Some of you haven't seen each other for a while. Some of you have never seen each other before. And as you're floating in this space, you hear a narrator's voice. It may be confusing to some of you as you see each other and you hear this voice. And the narration says, "It's 1945, and Abigail Kendrick and Vera Gonzalez meet outside the Chateau Marmont at 10 p.m., having arrived before any other journalists and having received an anonymous tip." Beezix, you get the idea that you're Abigail Kendrick.
I am Abigail Kendrick?
For some weird reason, you get the idea that you're supposed to be Abigail Kendrick. Radical, you get the feeling that you're supposed to be Vera Gonzalez. You just know somewhere in your soul that you're almost gonna like become this person. And so the narration continues. It's 1945, and Abigail Kendrick and Vera Gonzalez meet outside the Chateau Marmont at 10 p.m., having arrived before any other journalists and having received an anonymous tip. One of the ladies received an anonymous tip, and the caller said, "Her agent did it." Each lady works for rival papers, and each wants the scoop. Police have the entrance cordoned off as they examine the crime scene, and the clock is ticking as other journalists rush to the scene. Some of you are very confused about what this is even talking about, but maybe you get some sort of gist of it. The narration continues. Mira Wilson, celebrity starlet and RKO Pictures darling, has been found dead in her bungalow, and the ladies want the details before someone else gets them. Mira has been living in her bungalow for a few months since her marital breakup with hard-drinking co-star Lawrence Wright. Famous in his own right and known for being a hot-tempered abuser, Mira has been working on a new picture and has seemed happy, even in the sadness of her divorce. And as this narration concludes, you get like a black and white spinning portal, but it also looks somehow like Wizard of Oz or Vertigo activity on your vision as things start to spin, and you find yourselves in the middle of the night in front of this hotel on a hill. It's 10 p.m.-ish, and it's dark outside, and you find yourself standing in a street with these loud machines roaring by with lights on the front of them, and this hotel, an inn, above you on the hill. And all of you have heard this narration as you were floating in space, and all of you feel a pull within you to investigate.
Is there an obvious access? Like, is there like when we walk up to it, is there a front door?
There's a bit of a road that goes up. You're kind of at the bottom of this little road, so you could walk up that road to what looks like some kind of main entrance.
And when you say the narration, did it give us some idea? Is this the place where she was found dead, or is that a separate place entirely?
Yeah, you feel like you're at the place.
Okay.
Yeah. She's in some kind of an inn, and she's dead in a bungalow in an inn here, and you want to get the scoop before other journalists arrive. That may sound like an outlandish concept to some of you, and yet somehow on an intuitive level you understand.
I feel like I'm this Abigail Kendrick. I'm looking at myself, do I look like an Abigail Kendrick? Do I still have my ears?
You look like Abigail.
Oh.
Yeah. You look like a bookish librarian-y woman with big circular glasses who's about 28.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is weird.
Got red hair. But you know you're still you.
Oh.
What's Vera Gonzalez look like?
Vera is, even though it's 1945, although you don't have that as a frame of reference, radical, even though it's 1945, she still dresses like a flapper. And she's got like a mink stole thing and some pearls, and she's got you're holding like a cigarette in a holder. And,
Oh, tremendous.
Amazing.
and you feel very fabulous.
What do we look?
Yeah, what do
Have
these
our-
guys
have
look
our
like?
characters met before?
I don't think so.
Yes, just so describe what the other two see when they look at you, since some of you haven't met before.
Okay. Let's see. I'm albino. Well, essentially albino. I have white hair, white skin, pale blue eyes. This is what he looks like. He carries a lute, a large lute, and he has pointy ears. Apparently, I still look normal, so that's interesting.
You still look like yourself.
I still have the lute.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yes.
You know what?
I'm proficient in disguise, so if I need to work you over, I can get you in something presentable for this.
Bagheera, you actually look different too. You look like a sort of nebbishy, nerdy white guy with glasses, with his hair slicked back,
Uh-huh.
and
Oh, it's great. Oh, it's great. He's got a little flash camera.
That's very cool.
as you arrive, you realize that your name is Harold King.
Harold King.
Although you're having trouble remembering who you are and what your job is just yet, who Harold King is, but you still feel the pull to gather information and before the other reporters get here.
Well, I'm going to ask the rest of the group here. I have this pool. It seems this fortress on the hill has some kind of thing we need to scoop. I'm not sure what exactly we have to scoop, but I have a feeling that we need to.
Yeah.
I bet it has something to do with that dead girl the voice was talking about.
Oh, you heard that too. Yes. Yes.
I don't-
Mira Wilson. We should investigate.
I don't know how good I am at scooping things.
What's your name, friend?
Zilver.
Zilver.
Zilver's Ward.
Zilver's Ward. Now that's a name you can sink your teeth into. Yeah, I think.
I think we should start marching up that hill.
Excellent. Let's move post haste.
Yeah. possibly sidle up adjacent to the shrubbery and come in at it at an angle. Maybe a straight-on angle, I'm not sure.
Oops.
So,
What's the best angle for a scoop?
so you start to you start to walk up this little sort of side street thing up the hill towards what looks like the main entrance to this hotel, and as you do, this loud and sleek machine sort of blazes by you, and
That's just my friend Silver.
continues past the hotel and up into what look like hills above you, sort of mountainous hills above the inn or the hotel. And of course, none of you have seen anything like this machine before. And as you get closer, you see the entrance, the main entrance to the Chateau Marmont, and there is police tape across the main entrance. You see yellow tape that says "Police line, do not cross" in front of the entrance to the building, and you see a uniformed officer with a 1945 style. So, not this, but just for the heck of it, you see a uniformed officer, not with his gun drawn.
Yeah, but
standing in front of the entrance, which is cordoned off, and so yeah, you see that, and that's all lit, and there's tape around it, and then there are lots of sort of dark corners and such around this place as well. What are you up to?
has he noticed us?
He doesn't appear to be patrolling per se. He if you roll insight for me.
6.
Yeah, you can't tell.
Should we try to talk our way in or sneak
Yes.
our way in?
I don't see any reason why we shouldn't.
All right. Just after all, we're meant to be here.
Yes, exactly.
So you recall from the narration in your head and the sorry, I gotta fix some video stuff. It's gonna distract me for a second. I'll fix it very quickly. Where'd that go? So you recall from the voices that you heard in your head, and oh, weird. Huh. Okay. You recall from the voices that you heard in your head that the idea is to get the scoop before others arrive on the scene, and that you received a call from an anonymous tipster. And as you think of that, you realize that you too, she hasn't told you yet, but you also got a call from an anonymous tipster, and that person also said, "The agent did it." And so you all are walking up to the blue-clad fellow who looks in charge, standing in front of the yellow tape. To talk to him? Is that what you decided?
Yes, I will have my loot over my shoulder, as I often do, and I will approach him. I don't know if anybody else wants to say
Yes,
anything.
I just stand just slightly behind Zilver.
And I'll say, "Good
Like,
constable, we are here to investigate the murder of Mira Wilson."
And he looks at you and he says, "I don't know what kind of game you're playing here, but the studio's, this ain't the studio if you're shooting a picture."
Oh, this is no picture. I am a interdimensionally famous investigator. You may not have heard of me before, but
The insane asylum's down that way.
but I assure you, we know we must be here to investigate Mira's death and the anonymous tip that that was given to us about who may have done the crime.
While they're talking, I want to try to sneak by.
I'm trying
Under
to
the tape.
persuade him.
All right. So he says to you, "How do you know about that? That's not public knowledge."
I was hired by your organization, good sir.
You know,
We were
cop.
brought in special, just for this.
You know, cop. Well, now you're rolling deception.
Okay.
So, and we'll take a stealth roll from B6 as well.
Ugh,
18.
but I have a plus 11, so it's a 16.
It's not enough, but that works. So he's looking at you. You know, your light blue, pointy ears, pale skin, telling him that you're a cop, and he says, "You might be the spirit of the police force, but you're no cop." And he says, It's my job to keep people out of here so the detectives can do their work. I don't know how you heard about this, because it's supposed to be a secret, but you better kick rocks." And while he's saying that to you, Beezix, in the guise of Abigail, clings to the shadows in the entryway as this man is astonished by your strange appearance, and she sneaks on past him into a sort of relatively open courtyard where there's like a big hotel, and then there are disparate bungalows spread around a pool and sort of a wooded area. There's a pool of water, there's a walkway, there's a few different house type structures, little bungalows, and then there's a larger hotel that you can see from this open area where you are, and you also see that there are people that could pass by. So back to you three. He's telling you to kick rocks, and you two are sort of standing behind him so far.
Well, now, hold on, officer. You got us all wrong. I mean, he never said he was a cop. He's an investigator, pulled in from another district. How else do you think we'd know about all this? We were called in to consult from outside this district, and we're the assistants. And I hold up this camera with authority. You don't think we just show up knowing all this stuff if we were off the streets?
So he looks flummoxed.
We're here to document the details of the crime, and
He looks flummoxed and confused by your your argument that makes sense. And, go ahead and roll deception on him.
Six.
All right, boys. If I may, officer, I'd like to seductively, flirtatiously saddle up the policeman and say, "You'll have to excuse these boys. They're rather high on their latest role. You know, they're in a new moving picture that's around, topics of crime, and they really take their acting very seriously and just 24/7 are in character. Actually, the reason why we're here is we desperately need to sleep in a room. We're here to check into a room at the Marmont, and we were told that there was a available room if we could get in there, and please just check in. And oh my gosh, you have to forgive these boys for their...
Can't blame us for trying.
So if you could be so kind as to, even escort us to the front desk, I would love to just get some sleep for tonight, because believe me, after wrangling these two monkeys, I need it.
And he says, I'm sorry, ma'am, but the front desk is closed until we get this matter cleared up. It's a very secret matter, so we invite you not to tell anyone."
Well, of course not. We only know through, the agencies and the chitter chatter of the business of whatever the business may be. But is there any other place, perhaps a lounge or the waiting room where I could just lay down because I'm just so incredibly tired?
All right, roll deception.
Have
I
I
was
walked?
trying to be persuasive.
Have I walked too far away from them yet?
Ugh. Fucking. What is that? I don't have good deception. 10. No, 11. God. Oh no, 13. Oh well.
He's like,
Okay.
I'm
I'm
sorry,
just
ma'am,
tired.
but you're gonna need to come back in a couple hours. There's another hotel down the street. Maybe you could wait in your cars. And all of you are like, what's a car?
Well, I'm going to be kicking rocks then while I'm there, like you told me. And I'm going to say, are you going to let me in now?
It's a figure of speech. It means beat it, kid.
What?
All right.
Him?
Seems unlikely.
I'm saying you gotta make like a tree and leave. Make yourself scarce. Get out of here, kid. You bother me.
All right.
All right, so we're cutting back to Beezix, who has snuck inside, and you see a few little bungalows and the hotel, and you remember that the narration voice you heard said "found dead in her bungalow." And what are you up to?
How far have I walked so far from these three?
Like 20 feet.
Okay, so seeing as they're still, I'm not getting far with. Can I still cast spells?
Yeah.
Okay. I
You
look
just-
back and just kind of, and then I point my hand at him and cast sleep on the cop.
All right, I'm gonna see if anybody notices you from all the people, the random people walking around. They're not too close, but let's see.
I'll do it under my, because I don't really have anything. I'll pretend like I'm reading a book.
That's good because I was about to hit him in the head.
All right, so you cast sleep on the cop, and go ahead and roll 5d8. Let's hope you roll above 5. If you don't roll 5 once.
So there's 2, 5, 9. Oh wait, sorry, those are not d8s. 6, 9, 15, 23.
Okay, he goes to sleep.
And then bigger in your ear, you kind of hear me saying, "But yeah, you guys are clear. Just come on in."
All right.
As I message you.
Is there
Go ahead, you go
I was
first.
gonna say, is there any kind of antechamber or something where we can drag him and perhaps, take his uniform?
Roll perception.
No, I don't know. 3.
Yeah, you can't tell. You guys are in a world that you've never been in before, so it's.
Let's just, prop him up somewhere where the man needs his rest.
Put him
But
in a chair.
just
So
on
you three are standing there talking to him, and you see him just kind of conk over on the ground, and then he's just laying there prone, and
well, he needed it.
I'm pretty sure sleep has a duration of 1 minute. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Beezix said we're good to head in.
All right. I'm going to grab anything that looks metal on him.
Sleep has a duration of 1 minute, so
Is that? Oh, okay.
Great.
okay.
Yeah, okay.
Roll investigation to search him.
Terrible investigation. 3, nothing.
Let's just.
I don't even know he's got a badge
What's
there.
metal?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can't figure out what this guy has. All of this looks so foreign to you. It's very strange.
Let's just stride in like we're meant to be here,
All right, let's
and
do it.
then I'll try and lock the doors behind us.
He's yeah. You guys have 1 minute before he wakes up. So Beezix, you see these three walking up to you, And you all are in sort of an open archway, and beyond the archway is an entrance to a big hotel. And then there's like a pool of water and shrubberies around it. And then you see little houses and bungalows around the property.
Does
Do I have all my my gear that I had before? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you guys are basically like under the effects of a disguised self spell kind of thing, but you're yourself.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna fill my my water container with water from one of the pools.
Okay.
Oh, I'm looking around. I'm still really confused as to what's going on.
Is there any like sign or anything that would indicate what a bungalow is, so that we would know bungalows this way?
the terrible
I
beast
did
of
hear
the
the
Outlands.
word bungalow, but I'm not sure what that is.
What is a journalist?
Yeah, there's a sign that says bungalows.
Bungalows.
And you get the point that these little houses that are around are bungalows.
It's got to be one of those.
Yeah. Roll perception on the bungalows.
I'll help you with that.
Oh, what does help give me?
It gives you advantage. Yeah.
10. I have terrible perception.
What other sort of people are here? You mentioned there were other bystanders.
You see some people moving around. You got a 10?
Yeah.
People that look like hotel guests or people that look like they work there, but they're not all up in your business. They're moving around on the edges of things. It kind of feels like people might be a little scared and be sort of staying out of the main area right now based on things that have been happening recently. So you do notice that in the back, behind some woods and stuff, one of the little houses has all the lights on, and it has two men in front of it who look very official. They're not dressed like the guy that you just put to sleep, but they look out of place compared to other people who look like guests or that they might work there.
Well, that seems like where we're supposed to go.
That's our mark. Maybe let's try it in a little bit of a more roundabout fashion this time. Maybe not announce our intentions so directly.
All right. Can we circle around to get a look at a different angle on this bungalow, like a window or a back door?
Sure, if you can find a path. Somebody's got to give me a good roll here.
Yeah.
We could do survival, investigation, or perception. Not from radical,
Not me.
and not from Zilver. So one of you two.
Perception
Yeah.
or survival? Okay, yeah, I can do that. Uh, 11.
All right, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna go to a building. You're saying there's a lot of these small buildings. around. I will go to the farthest one. I'll be like, I'm gonna create a distraction. I go to the farthest one, away from the one that they're at, and then I will go near a window, and I will cast Thunderclap.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay. So you create a loud sound of thunder that can be heard within 300 feet.
And then it also should cause some damage within
Yeah.
a 5-foot radius around me.
All right, so you break a window on a bungalow and you make this thunderclap sound, and from inside you hear like a classic 1950s scary movie scream. And people, and at that moment, Bert, the cop from the front, wakes up and he starts looking around, and you guys, you're only 20, 30 feet away from him. You see him start to wake up, and you hear this thunderclap noise in the back, and the house is deeper in. What do you three want to do?
I'm gonna bolt for the house.
I'm gonna
that
hide.
We're heading to and hide. It's like,
Okay, give me stealth rolls.
they look for a bush.
Not good. 7.
What's going on?
Hit 15.
Our
Roll.
dice are just rolling the worst today.
Yeah. Every roll. What'd you roll for stealth?
Let's see. I think, regardless of, he's trying to blend in, rather than big movements. Just find something to surreptitiously sidle behind. Maybe be it.
If I did it acrobatically, it would have been an 18.
Okay.
19.
Okay. Your stealth roll is a 19?
Yeah.
Okay. So you run up to the house that has lights on with the two guys in front of it, and you see that there's an opportunity to sort of duck behind that house. There's like a little alley type thing, even though we're talking about more of a residential shape. There's like a little grassy alley thing that's next to it, and you see that you can duck behind that just as the two detectives look up at the sound of the thunderclap and walk halfway across the courtyard towards it. What did you roll, B6?
7.
So you're also heading towards the house, and the two detectives see you, and you rolled a what now?
15 stealth.
All right, I'm gonna say that you follow Bagheera into the alleyway behind the house, as the detectives.
This is real detective work we're doing. I
Take
think
a
we're
look.
You know what a
nailing it.
detective is,
Whatever
The,
it is.
but I like it.
The two men who feel very important, who feel much more important and in charge, and they look at you, Bezix, as Abigail, and they say, "Now hold on a minute. What are you doing here? All the guests are supposed to be in their rooms."
And I say in a voice I'm not used to, I go, "Oh, I heard a horrible bang and I came out running." And I'm like,
You better get back to your rooms.
"Oh, okay. My room's in one of the bungalows."
There's a killer on the loose. Don't want to be out here.
Oh my, a killer. This was very scary.
That's right. So get out of here.
Okay. And then I walk away.
Roll deception. And tell me which direction you're walking in.
Deception. Oops, sorry. 17 deception.
Okay, they believe you.
And
What direction are you walking in?
I guess following these two.
Okay,
In
so
the
you
direction
duck
they
behind the house too, in that alley behind the house. And so the detectives stride sort of halfway across the courtyard towards where the thunderclap is, and Bert jumps up from where he's been sleeping on the ground, and he's like, "Where'd they go?" And he's looking around, and he sees the two detectives walking forward to him, and the detectives are like, "Hey, Bert, you hear that noise?" And Bert's like, "Yes." Definitely wasn't sleeping on the job. And Bert says, "There were some people trying to sneak in here. Did you see them?" The detective's like, "No." And they're like, "Let's." And they're like, "Bert, check out that noise." And so Bert heads over to where he heard the thunderclap from.
Is he
And
is he walking by those pools?
He's walking near the pool. Yeah.
Okay, and do I see this happening?
No.
Oh,
No.
shoot.
You're behind the bungalow now.
Oh, I was gonna telekinetically shove him into the pool.
I mean, you can try to duck out, but it's also farther than 30 feet. So.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
okay.
Look at us, we're killing it. This is exactly why we were brought here. I can feel it.
I bet he's the killer.
So Bert is walking over to where you made the smash sound, and also the people inside the house are like, "Who's out there? What's going on?"
Okay,
What are you doing?
I am casting invisibility.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. You cast invisibility, and you are invisible.
All right, and then I'm going to go. I'm the ghost of Mira Wilson. Oh shit! Somebody needs to investigate my death.
And then I prestidigitate that sound.
You're not there. It's a lovely idea. And Bert's like, I heard it, I heard a voice inside. And the lady's like, it's there, there's a voice inside the house. And the detective's like, I'll check this out for myself. And he goes inside the bungalow too. And so the other detective, one of the two detectives, is still sort of standing in the middle of the courtyard. And invisibility has a duration of 1 minute. Yes. So where are you headed?
I am going to make my way to the bungalow that we are attempting to
All right. So all four of you are now behind the house, and there is a real ruckus going on as you hear smashing sounds as people are investigating this house with the broken window and the ghost voice, and you are behind the house, and as you all are creeping around behind the house, I'm gonna show you someone interesting in just a second. Harold King, all of a sudden, you remember who you are.
As in, like, I remember I'm Harold King, or I remember I'm
You remember who
Bagheera?
Harold King is.
Okay.
You know you're Bagheera, but you're also remembering who Harold King is, and you realize that you are a business manager to the stars. You're a glorified accountant. You take care of people's money. You help them invest it well, and that you're Mira Wilson's business manager.
It's you. But I'm not the agent.
And
The manager.
you realize that you're Mira Wilson's business manager, and you're also the business manager of the agent. He referred you to her.
Oh. Damn. What a sordid tale. Well,
Some folks would call that double dipping.
Some folks would call that a good referral.
I will reflect upon the highs and lows of Harold King's life as I look for a door or window to get into the bungalow. Or a cellar. Or an unusually large chimney.
Well, something happens as you guys sneak behind the house. I just want to. There's like one video that fits this, what I'm looking for. There's this ancient video. I want to find this video. Arr. Alright, let me try this. Okay, here we go. So, this is a video from, I don't know, 1980 something, or maybe 1970 something. It's Cher with Swifty Lazar. So, we're in 1945,
Okay.
but this is Swifty Lazar in like 1978 with Cher. Apparently there's no sound on here, but this is the guy in 1978.
Okay.
There he is with a couple other stars. You hear a whisper from the bushes. You hear a psst from the bushes, and and from the bushes a head pops out, and it's Swifty Lazar.
Oh my gosh.
You recognize him.
In his prime, as a young man at 65.
In 1945, he graduated college in 31, began practicing bankruptcy law in the early 30s, negotiated a business deal for a vaudeville performer, Ted Lewis, and realized the income potential for acting as an agent. Lazar moved to Hollywood in 1936, but maintained a presence in New York until after World War II. After putting together 3 major deals for Humphrey Bogart in a single day, he was dubbed Swifty by Bogart when he closed 3 deals in one day. In addition to Bogart, Lazar became the agent representing other celebrities, including Lauren Bacall, Truman Capote, Cher, Joan Collins, Noel Coward, Ira Gershwin, Cary Grant, Ernest Hemingway, Gene Kelly, Madonna, Vladimir Nabokov, Tennessee Williams. Lazar's power became such that he could negotiate a deal for someone who was not even his client, and then collect a fee from that person's agent. Oscar Levant said of Lazar, "Everybody who matters has 2 agents, his own and Irving Lazar."
Is this the referred to agent, or this is the man? This is Mayor Wilson's agent, or this is just...
Sounds like he was everybody's agent.
He's Mira Wilson's agent. Lazar died in 1993, aged 86. There are very, very few pictures or videos of him around, which is why there was one that I found on Getty Images that I was trying to show you. There's definitely some pictures of him. Here's some pictures of him in his older years. Here, we can pass the Getty Images of him around. He got his nickname for closing 3 picture deals in one day for Humphrey Bogart. So, oh,
You don't see much of Lazar, but I guarantee you've seen his work.
so you hear a psst from the bushes, and this gentleman with big square glasses and a bald head peeks out of the bushes, and he says, "Hey, Harold." He says, "Harold, who you got there? What you doing?"
These are my patriots. Come to and Abigail and Vera and Silver. They've come to pay our last respects.
It's me, Swifty.
Yeah, I recognize you by your propensity for hiding in the bushes.
Hey, I need your help.
I believe it. Somebody's out trying to paint you as the one who's responsible for this.
That's right. My career will be on the skids. They think I'm a murderer.
Well, I don't believe it for a second. Although I do wonder why you were specifically waiting for help here, in these bushes.
Well, I'm trying to solve it myself. You see, I thought maybe I could sneak in and figure out what's going on.
Well, we relate to that, don't we?
We sure do.
He says, "Listen, I've got a perfect alibi. I was home in Beverly Hills with my wife, Mary Van Nuys. Of course, you've heard of her."
Inside check.
Sure. He appears to be telling the truth.
Is that really a wife?
And
We better hop into this here crime scene before they collect their wits and come back.
I'm all about hopping.
yes, I'll wait out here, hidden in the bushes. If you all could investigate and tell me what's going on in there. Does it look bad for me? Am I thoroughly framed, or is this case threadbare?
All right, we'll do our best. You do what you do best. Hang out in the bushes.
I pat him on his bald head.
Hey, kid, hey.
We're all working to our strengths here.
Are you 2 reporters?
There.
Yes.
I prefer the term journalist.
Well,
They're here with the press.
keep an open mind, okay? Don't write anything before you know what happened. I wasn't involved. Home with my wife.
We'll see if that checks out.
Let me know what's going on in there, and maybe I'll give you a reward, a big reward.
Just run interference for us if these policemen start to get on our case.
I can't be seen. I'm glad you're here, so I don't have to go in myself.
If you can't be seen, that makes you a perfect sidekick to help run interference.
That's not what I meant.
Okay.
Let me know what's in there. And yeah, so you guys are in the back of the house, and looking at the back of the house, you see a back door. You see, let's see, somebody give me a perception check.
Looks like
Really, not me.
Abigail is on the case.
Can I give myself
Then Vera.
guidance?
You can get this scoop.
All right, I'll just roll. 10.
Why'd you do it?
Well, now he can't roll. Just kidding. Check, check.
Go on, Abigail.
Perception? 22.
That's what I meant all along.
Way to go, sister.
Okay, so you yeah, you look at the house, and you see a door in the middle of the back. That would be a back door in this little bungalow, and because your perception is so good, you can already tell that it's locked. And you do also see a garden trellis thing that's on the side of the house with some vines on it. And up on the top, you see some kind of little storage attic thing that looks like there could be a little door up there as well.
I relay that to you three. Yeah, I can see the door. I think it's locked. But I also saw something that leads up to the top. Maybe we can get in that way.
I'm a great climber. I will try. Let me take a look at this hatch and see if I can get it open.
All right. Yeah, you just fucking pull it open. Creak.
The little stairs come down, or is it just
Little ladder drops down, and yeah, you see it's dropping down right in the center of the crime scene because it's a little
tiny little bungalow?
one floor bungalow. Yeah. So yeah, you the ladder goes down to the ground, and below it you see a carpet and stuff spilled around on it, and yeah, so you look down and. It's hard to take everything in from where you are, but you see dimly lit by electric lamps. What are those? In living room in 1940s style. You see a coffee table. You see an elaborate Persian rug beneath you. What's Persia? And you see this elaborate Persian rug below you, and I think you'll need to continue down to see more.
Yeah.
You said there's a door inside?
There's I don't know. You don't know. What do you mean?
Like what I can see from the window looking in. Like would I see this ladder come down?
There's curtains.
Oh.
Curtains.
Okay, I'll mage hand move the curtain.
Yeah, sure. You see the ladder come down.
Okay. And I can see
You
it.
see you come down.
Yeah, I'm gonna just start creeping down.
So I just want to see if the front door is in my line of sight.
The front door has a couple detectives talking by it.
Is the front door open?
So,
Is it an open door?
so there's a little house, and you guys are behind the house, and behind the house there's a locked back door, and there's a little attic door, and then there's this little bungalow, and then in front of the bungalow, back have arrived the two detectives. So you climbed in the attic, and you are going down the ladder, and you're peeking in the back window and seeing this ladder come down.
I was saying, is the front door where the detectives are at, is that front door closed or open? Are they standing at an open door or are they standing at a closed
It's closed.
Okay.
And there's like sort of a kitchenette type thing that's over by the front door, and then you're in a living room situation.
Okay.
Okay.
So-
Can I mage hand lock the door?
Sure.
Okay. So you hear like a,
Roll stealth.
because my mage hand's invisible.
Yeah, but they could hear it. Click.
Oh, nice. Dirty 20.
Okay, the detectives don't hear it and
Nice.
become suspicious. So you're coming down the ladder?
Yeah, I'm coming down the ladder.
All right, you go down the ladder, and as you go down, you see a living room with Tiffany glass lamps. What's Tiffany? A wooden coffee table, a sweeping brown, silky smooth couch with brown pillows that have orange tassels on them. There's a Persian rug and shelves with loads of books. The windows have white lacy curtains with green at the tops of each window. It has a homey, comfortable, cozy bungalow feel. And the object of your interest, Mira Wilson, is laid out on the couch in a pale green silk dress with pink roses decorating it.
And
Face up, face down.
Face up.
Face up.
And two of your compatriots are still outside behind the house waiting for you. Swifty calls out to you, Harold, hey, when that picture comes up soon, you're going to be working on the numbers, right?
All the numbers you haven't even heard of yet.
Amazing. You do a great job, Harold. Best in the business.
That's why they call me Harold.
Who's that friend of yours there? Are you dressed up for a part? Some kind of role?
He plays a part and a role. Roles and parts you haven't even heard of. I tell you what, the world's about to change, Swifty.
Wow. With that reporter girl's gymnastics and this
Oh, she's out of this world.
this creature picture here, we got a movie on our hands right here.
Things are moving.
Yeah, all he would see is just me doing this.
Things are moving in ways, Swifty, ways you haven't even heard of.
I'm gonna go open the back door.
All right, you open the back door, and all of you see the same thing now. Her laid out on the couch, looking towards the ceiling, and the rest of the things that I described.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's take a look at this body.
Yeah.
All right, one person is gonna roll investigation or perception.
Can I cast Spare the Dying on Mira?
You can.
Touch a living creature that has 0 hit points. The creature becomes stable.
When is that though?
Go ahead and try it.
Doesn't have to be really quick.
Huh?
Go ahead and
It doesn't say.
Give it a go.
All right.
cast it. Cast
Okay,
it.
yeah. I touch down, I touch her shoulder and go, hey, wake up! As I cast
Nothing
Spare the Dying.
happens. She's dead.
Should've
You have discovered that she's dead.
should've prepared to
I
speak
go.
with the
She's,
dead.
she looks quite dead.
Yeah, and I go, she's really dead.
Always good to check.
Yeah.
I've heard tales about
She-
people waking up in coffins
She
that
could've-
turn your blood cold.
She could have been acting.
So I need one investigation or perception check.
I could do perception. And I'll give myself guidance with that. Ooh, 9.
Terrible investigators.
You see that she is surrounded by a spray of pearls, as if a long necklace burst, sprayed across the couch, floor, and coffee table.
Are there marks on the neck?
It's hard to tell with a 9. I'll let one more person do investigation or perception.
Some
I'm gonna look at these electric
investigating.
lamps.
Okay.
Investigate. Okay.
Hey.
That is 26.
Oh shit!
Wow.
As you expertly examine the body, you find that her throat does have what appears to be a bruise or two on it. perhaps in the shape of fingers. You also note that there is some pink cotton fabric underneath her fingernails.
Pink cotton fabric.
Cotton candy did it.
And somehow a memory of Harold King's swoops into your brain, and you remember that Mira is known to always wear a large faux emerald ring given to her by her grandmother. Even the tabloids know this.
Missing ring.
And it is not present. And there is a line on her finger where it should be. A snifter glass sits on the coffee table near her, ice cube melted down and mixed with a brown liquid. Next to the snifter are a pair of broken glasses, which look alarmingly like Swifty's trademark square glasses, and a smushed cigar that looks a lot like one of Swifty's cigars. He was chomping a cigar the whole time he was talking to you in the bushes.
Hiding in the bushes, smoking a cigar.
Yeah, well, you know, it's 1945.
Everything smells like cigar smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, back then people ate cigarettes.
Yep. So, who's doing what?
Well, I want to take a look at this snifter glass.
I'm looking at these electric lamps.
All right. Yeah, you look.
How big is this room?
It's about as big. It's as big as this concrete slab, up to where the shadow ends of the thing. Sort of, yeah, like that. And then there's a kitchenette and the front door, and there's a back door. This is her little hotel bungalow here. Yeah, so you're looking at the lamp.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it because, you know, first time seeing electric lamps, and you being a clockwork sorcerer, I'm very interested in all this mechanical
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. So you peek under the shade and you see a very brightly glowing globe that kind of hurts your eyes. It appears to be attached to a stand with metal. You do see a little switch on it, and there is some kind of rubbery string leaving this mechanical device and connecting it to the wall.
Wow. So yeah, I follow the string to the wall, and I pull it out, put it back in.
Yeah, the light goes on and off as you do that.
Wow. I'm just very curious about this electricity
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. You've never seen anything like it.
Nah.
You
So
probably
yeah, there's
learn
that.
more by chewing on the cord. So as a rabbit, you can learn more by chewing on the cord.
That's true, but I don't have my buck teeth anymore.
So there's a snifter glass on the coffee table with an ice cube melted down with the brown liquid. There's broken glasses and smushed cigar next to it.
Do you wanna check out
And of course there's a room as well.
Radical? You think determine if she was the one drinking the alcohol or someone else?
Well, I'll tell you what I'd like to do is I'd like to cast detect poison on this
Ah.
Oh.
whiskey glass. Whatever it's called. Detect poison and disease.
I don't, I ran out.
Did she have the clap?
No problem.
We're gonna find out.
Today.
We're gonna see if she lights up like Christmas lights.
So yeah, you see that there is residue of poison in the glass.
This drink was poisoned!
Bum, bum, bum.
But I said that quietly.
This drink was poison.
Damn.
Dang.
The clues are rolling in.
How about her? Did she have gonorrhea?
You see,
Poison.
you see a little
And
smear of poison on her
disease.
lip. Yeah, and then she also has leprosy.
I think she's got a slight case of jaundice.
So yeah, I mean, there's more to explore in the room. There's the room itself. There's
Yes.
the snifter glass on the coffee table. Nobody has attempted to examine these items yet. Would anyone like to?
I'll go check out the room, I guess.
We'll compare this cigar to the dental records.
All right. So perception or investigation from either of you, both of you, one for the room and one for the coffee table thing.
And I'll give myself guidance.
Always be guiding. ABG.
There we go. 26.
Okay. And what's your roll?
Wow, that was good.
20.
Okay. A natural one.
No, it was 18.
Okay, on the snifter glass and coffee table situation, you sniff the glass, it smells like whiskey. You see a lipstick stain on it. You've never smelled whiskey before, but it smells like some kind of bourbonish type thing that you might get in a pub or a D&D whiskey. It reminds you of D&D whiskey. You detect a bit of a sticky residue on the lip of the glass, which is also the thing that's glowing for Radical. And as you're looking around there, you find a large man's ring that seems to have fallen on the floor near the coffee table. It's kind of just a boring big circle of a man's ring, silvery colored, rather large. And the search of the room reveals a business card. You find a business card for Charles Kerner of RKO Pictures.
Charles.
And there is a book near Mira's hand, which has a pamphlet sticking out of it. And so, Bezix, you find this book and this this thing. Yeah. So Charles Kerner was an American film executive, best known for being executive vice president over production at RKO Pictures from 1942 to 1946. When he was installed, he fired Orson Welles and said his motto was showmanship over genius. And he got the studio out of the red and into the black over his few years there. He was only there 4 years, and then he died of leukemia in 1946. But he fired Orson Welles, who had
Radical will know if we ever meet him.
won them an Oscar, and started making exploitation B movies about Nazis, like all sorts of weird Nazi movies about America being taken over by Nazis and love among the Nazis and all these things, and brought people to the box office in droves. So we may find out more about him later, but he's the head of RKO Pictures, and I'll also tell you more about this later, but RKO's headquarters is where Paramount was now, and where that burger stand is to the west of Paramount, Astro Burger, there used to be a globe with a radio tower on it, and that was the RKO symbol. And now, right next to the burger stand, there's just this random globe that's on the like a circle, like a spherical structure that's on the corner of the thing, and that used to be that. So we might look at pictures of that later. So you find this business card of Charles Kerner, and you also find a book with a pamphlet hanging out of it.
Okay. And what is the pamphlet?
Well, it says something about the Bright Oracle on it.
Bright Oracle.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Taking a closer look at it. There's some more Swifty Lazar. So taking a close look at the pamphlet, you see a pamphlet for the Bright Oracle with an address of their Beechwood Canyon meeting house, which is basically analogous with the Theosophical Society.
Oh.
That has a meeting house on Beechwood Canyon.
Okay.
The pamphlet explains All your dreams come true when you join the bright oracle. Worship the future, worship change, worship yourself. Embrace the light and shine. Together we hold hands against the darkness. Bring an offering and come at midnight to 2560 North Beechwood Canyon. Be ready to transcend. That's what the pamphlet says.
Okay, I'll just pocket that.
All right, you take the pamphlet, you see the business card.
Yeah, take that as well.
What else are you all up to?
So, Beezix has thoroughly swept the room. We've looked at the coffee table and the body. Should we look at other rooms?
I'm going to do something. I will grab the cigar. I'll use the ashes to write on the table next to the poison. I will write in big letters poison, and then put the cigar back to where it is. Oh, I will also put a big circle around the ring on the floor out of ashes and put it back.
Should we not take the ring?
No, unless you want to.
Well, it might. Would it help us to have it? It might.
It may help us.
If the shoe fits.
But it's also evidence.
Yeah.
So is everything else we just took.
But they clearly haven't done anything about that, so...
So as you guys are talking, the front door handle starts to turn.
And they go out the back.
He goes out the back.
I'm taking the ring. Let's go. There's just
the
an ash
ring?
circle.
Okay.
I hide under the bed.
Okay, the bed's in another room. There's like a.
Because I'm in the room, right? Her room.
You
Did
guys
we hear
are in a
them
living
unlock?
room-like
They
area.
unlocked the door?
What? The front door? Yeah, the front door starts to turn and they realize it's locked. And you hear someone say,
Basics. The attic.
Oh, go.
I'll boost
Let's go.
I'll go up the ladder. I'll go back up the ladder, actually. I'm trying to pull up the...
okay, you go up the ladder into the attic. You two go in the attic.
I'll follow Zilver so as not to clog up the attic.
Yeah.
Okay, so you two go out the back door and you two go up in the attic. And after about 30 more seconds, you hear a key start to turn in the front door. And the front door opens. And two of you are in the attic, so I guess you're just listening. And two of you are out back. Probably close the door behind you. Maybe someone's peeking in the window. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm peeking in the window.
I'm going to make my way around the building to the front door.
Okay.
Okay. So the two detectives walk in and start detecting, standing around looking at things, yeah. And so if you're peeking, you see them detecting.
Mm-hmm.
If you go around front, you see the open door and you see them standing, the two of them standing inside examining things. If you're upstairs, you hear the front door open. Tell me what people are doing.
So yeah, you can hear my voice in your ear. I'm just telling you what's going on. Like, oh, there's detectives inside. They're looking around.
Someone went out the back door. You two. So when you go out the back door, Swifty says, "Psst, hey, what's going on in there? What did you see?"
Tell us what you know about Charles Kerner.
Well, that's the head of RKO.
Was there any reason he'd be mixed up in any of this?
Oh, I don't know. He's been working with her. He puts her in pictures. He knows her.
Is he married?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Hey, did it look like a frame job or what?
Maybe. It's hard to say for sure. There definitely seem to be multiple things going on. We'll keep you clued in as we learn more.
Is there anything that's gonna connect me to this?
Yeah.
I point to his glasses.
My glasses were in there.
Is he wearing glasses?
Yeah, he's got these big square glasses and a cigar. And he said, a pair of my glasses were in there?
Yeah. And a cigar.
These are special cigars. People know where they're from.
Yeah.
Somebody must have stolen them from my house and planted them there.
Who would have an opportunity to do that?
I don't know. I've been home with my wife, Mary Van Nuys.
Well, let me shake your hand for good luck. I don't want to see if he's missing a ring.
Listen. This needs to get solved tonight. I need my name cleared. If they find out I'm a murderer, if they think I'm a murderer, my career is kaput.
Yeah, I understand.
I'll be schwitzen and kvetchen.
Two things we agree, we know what they are and don't want.
And he says, if you can figure out who the killer is, I'll give you $1,000 each.
I'm sure that's a lot.
Yeah. It is. It's a lot of money. I'll give you $1,000 each. And I'll give your reporter friends an exclusive interview with one of my stars each. And you, Harold, I'll make you the first referral every time for all my clients.
That means that means so much to me.
Yeah, and you do feel like it kind of does somehow mean something to you. At the same time as you're Bagheera, you also feel this bit of motivation of Haroldness in you. And
One last question for you, Swifty. You ever heard of anything called anything weird going on down at the Beechwood Canyon?
yeah, there's that crazy society, the Bright Oracle. They're down there.
Was
Also, a lot of naked parties.
was Mira mixed up in any of this?
I don't know. Maybe. She said
Insight.
she told me lately she'd seen the light. You know, that was part of the reason she left her husband Lawrence.
Oh, seen the light and left Lawrence. Where's Lawrence these days?
I think he's out of the country.
Insight check.
Good. Shooting a desert picture in Morocco.
10?
Seems to be telling the truth.
Now, you've never been to any of these parties, I take it, because you're home with your lovely wife.
That's right. That's where I was tonight when this supposedly took place.
One last question from me. I don't know if you have any questions.
I'm going to the front door.
How'd you hear about this? How'd you know to come down here? Who told you?
You did, don't you remember?
I do. I was just testing you and you passed.
You called me up. You said you got an anonymous tip,
Yeah.
and I told you I was gonna try to figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm glad to see you down here too. Thanks for helping me.
All right, well, lay low. We'll try and sort this out.
And he says, look, like I said, I'll give you $1,000 each if you clear my name. The way I see it, there's probably 3 places you could go from here. You could go to my home, prove that my cigar and glasses were stolen.
Yeah.
You could go to the Bright Oracle, try to figure that out. You could go talk to Kerner. I know he works late. He's a hard worker. Sometimes he's there till midnight or later.
Where would we find him?
At RKO, on the
RKO.
lot, working
Okay.
late.
Oh, RKO, like it's 3 letters. I knew that.
And if there's a killer on the loose, you should probably stick together.
Yeah.
He could be watching us right now.
Dun dun dun!
I'll tell you what. I want to stay safe too. You tell your friends. I'll put you all in my car, and we'll all drive together to wherever you want to go. That'll keep me out of the public eye, keep me from getting arrested and safe. It'll keep you together and keep you safe. You solve it, I'll pay you. I'll drive you wherever you want to go. I'll have my driver take us.
All right. That sounds great.
So you have this conversation with him. You only heard the beginning of it, and then you went around the front of the house. What were you doing?
I was peeking through the window at the detectives.
Were you in the back?
Yeah.
Okay, so you heard this.
So I heard all that, yeah.
And you were in the attic still? What were you doing in the attic? Were you gonna
I'm
leave?
being
Or you
very
listen?
quiet, trying to get back out the little door.
I guess I would be whispering to you via message, like telling you there's detectives inside.
Okay, roll stealth.
Oh, God. Not my strong suit, friends. Nope. That's a 4.
You make a banging sound, and the detectives look up at the ceiling.
And then I use thaumaturgy to make a banging sound.
Over where?
Like out the front door.
Out the front door. Okay,
Uh-oh.
so you're stepping up to the front door.
I don't know you're over there.
Watching these two, and then you hear a banging sound over by right around you. What were you doing before the banging sound?
Walking up, and I'll start playing my lute.
And as they go towards the door, I mage hand close the door.
Okay. So you're walking up to the door, playing the lute.
Yep.
And then
I go bling, and then I go bum 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 bum.
He's
bum,
playing us
bum,
out.
Bum, bum.
so they turn their heads to look at the guy playing the lute, and then they hear a banging noise upstairs, and then the door slams shut on the guy with the lute, and they turn back to the door, and then a big banging sound comes from the closed door, and they're like, "What is going on? Someone up there? We gotta. Is someone up there? So who's that?" And so one of them goes over to the door where you are and throws it open, and the other one starts heading towards
Okay,
the back door.
as you do that, I go, "It's the ghost! It's the ghost of Mira Wilson. She's who called me here."
And they open the door and see you. You
Yes.
say that to them. Okay, so the detective.
You're in the best hands, Swifty.
The detective says to you, "How his word already got out to her crazy fans that she's dead.
I
Get
told
out of
you,
here.
it's the ghost.
You
tell?
do look kind of strange." He looks at you. Are you a ghost?
I say, I walk between worlds.
You're the ghost of Mira Wilson? You look
No.
like a guy.
No, I'm here to investigate the death of Mira Wilson.
You're an investigating ghost?
Close enough.
Something fishy's going on here. Paulie, go out the back door. See if you can see the attic.
I quickly lock the back door. Oh wait, I can't. I'm outside. Never mind.
I mean, you sort of could. If you peeked in the window
I
and used your mage hand.
Okay,
I
yeah.
I will yell at both of them to say, "Look, it's the ghost!" Is what I say. I point at the ceiling.
They both look up at the
Okay,
ceiling.
And I
then I
press
cast
digitate
hypnotic
a
pattern.
sound, a woo sound.
They both look up at the ceiling. They hear a woo woo woo. The door locks. The back door locks as the guy's hand is reaching to it, and then they both look up at the ceiling, and then they make some saves, and they fail them fair and square. And the two guys are like, "What did it?" And this, do you want to describe the hypnotic pattern?
Yes, it'll be scintillating shapes of color, and they will see the woman dying, and there'll be a swirl that looks like liquor in a glass.
Oh.
And they stand there, absolutely stupefied.
All right, let's get the hell out of here.
And I believe again it's a duration of 1 minute.
Yeah.
So they stand there absolutely stupefied for 1 minute as Swifty calls out to you and says, "Come on, get your friends. Let's get in my car."
Yeah, let's get going.
And yeah, I whisper to you. You're up in the attic. I'm like, let's go.
I'm coming.
Does everybody follow Swifty to
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
in his car?
Yeah.
So you get in this long, sexy stretch car with a driver up front and Swifty sitting in the back with you all on various seats, and you're all facing each other in this sort of luxe stretch 1940s vehicle, and Swifty looks at you all and he reiterates his offer of $1,000 for each of you, exclusive reviews, exclusive interviews with his stars, #1 referral for Harold, whatever an albino man wants, and he says, clear my name tonight. I'm going to stay with you. You all should stay together. I'll take you wherever you need to go. And then he says again, the way I see it, there's only a few places you could go from here. You could head to my home, see if you can prove my cigar and glasses was stolen. You could head to that Bright Oracle place and see what's going on there. Or you could check out Kerner, since his business card was in there. He's known to work late. He's probably still on the RKO lot. Where should I have my driver take us?
You want to do Kerner?
I think Kerner might equip us to ask the right questions at the Bright Oracle place.
Sounds good to me.
That's
do
where
it.
we're going.
All right, so he calls out to his driver to take you to RKO, and you begin driving. And for some reason, even though Mulholland is not in between Chateau Marmont and Paramount, you still go up into the hills and are on a Mulholland Drive drive through the hills. And so you're cruising along in this long vehicle, which seems pretty foreign to all of you. And Swifty is saying to you, thank you so much for helping me out. I'm going to repay you in so many ways. And
So, Swifty, tell me, how long have you been married to Maria Van Nuys?
we've been married a few years. She's beautiful.
Do you trust her?
Oh, yeah. I trust my wife.
Seems to me that she'd have access to your cigars and glasses.
It's true, but I don't know why she'd want to bite the hand that feeds, you know?
Maybe she found another hand that has more food.
Oh.
Feed your hand. I don't know. I am everyone's agent. Not allowed more hands in town.
Is he
Very
missing a
loyal
ring
lady.
or anything?
Was that?
Is he missing a ring?
He is not. He says, well, if she ends up being involved in all of this, I will be very upset to find that out. You want to go question her instead?
I'm just wondering if, she's a trusting woman. She let somebody into your house. Who comes to visit her? I got questions for her too.
Can the driver hear us while we're having all these discussions?
No, there's like a window thing that's up.
Okay.
Oh, I'm trying to look through the window, looking at how this machine works.
Yeah, you see him pulling levers and turning a wheel, and you also see that you are just zooming along through the darkness, and as you take a curve, you catch a glimpse of the view, and there are thousands of stars below you in the valley below the hill, and it looks like nothing you've ever seen. Stars above and stars below, and strange buildings, Capitol Records building maybe. You see some interesting architecture that you've never seen before as you swirl through these mountainous curves on your way to Archaeo.
Are you Lawrence Wright's agent too?
Nah, just when he needs a deal closed. Yeah, he drinks too much. Sometimes he falls asleep on set. Ruins the whole day.
So their trouble started when she got involved with this Bright Oracle?
I don't know. But she talks about it sometimes. I mean, she just talks about the light. I don't know if she's in the Bright Oracle or what, but she told me she saw the light and the light this and the light that. I don't know. Yeah, stars, they're crazy. Yeah, as long as it's not messing things up, you don't say anything. That's my motto. So, as he says this, you all are illuminated by headlights behind you as the dark road becomes somewhat lit, and there appears to be a car that's behind you. Or from your understanding, there are two bright lights that start shining behind you as you go along in this strange machine.
There's a couple of hooded lanterns back there.
We must be being chased by very fast dwarves.
Yeah, and they get closer and closer to the back of the vehicle, and you see the driver as you're peeking through the front. You see the driver looking in the mirror and getting sort of agitated, and as that happens, another car pulls out from behind that car and starts passing the stretch, and so you've got this car next to you, a 40s sort of Studebakery looking thing, and these headlights in the back, and Swifty starts to take notice of this, and he says, "What's happening? What's going on with these cars?" And he sort of lowers the driver window and his thing, and he says, "Charles, what's going on out there?" And Charles says, "I don't know, sir. Very strange."
How close are the cars to us?
They're pretty close. Like,
within 15 feet for sure.
All right. When we hit a curve, because this is a curvy road, right?
Uh huh.
The car in front of us, on the driver, I will cast Hideous Laughter.
All right. That guy fails his save, and the car goes off a cliff. shoots off into the distance. But there are a couple more cars behind the one that's right behind the car, and another one quickly passes it and gets in front of the car and starts slowing down as another car gets next to it. The cars are boxed in, and the driver starts slowing down.
I want to observe the driver demeanor for any sign that he expected this or is in on it.
Roll insight.
4.
He looks scared and freaked out. He
Har-
looks like he's trying to please Swifty.
Harold rolls up the sleeves on his skinny, what do you call him? Accountant's arms. Seems like we've gathered some attention.
And gets ready. Yeah, so the car grinds to a halt as these other cars box it in and slow it down and pull it over to the side. And Swifty says, "Hey, protect me, you four!" And sort of like tries to like hide under the seat. And
Does this have a moonroof, a sunroof?
no.
Okay.
So the car in front, a couple guys get out of the car that was in front, and they walk over, and they're carrying contraptions like you've never seen before, Tommy guns. And
I've got my own contraption. He holds up his camera.
these two guys in trench coats carrying Tommy guns get out of the car up front and start walking down towards the stretch, and a couple guys get out from the car behind you and start walking up, and they seem to be very large men in suits, big bruisers, one would say, and they're staring ominously at your car and cracking their knuckles. And one of the trench-coated fellows looks in the windows at the car at all of you and says, "Listen, see? We've been watching you. You've been barking up the wrong tree. It's time for you to all stop barking, see?
What tree do you want us to not bark up?
Leave it alone.
Which part?
Forget you ever got involved.
With what?
What you doing, see? We've been watching you."
Thanks.
Roll deception?
I give you guidance.
I don't really care. For the record, what is that? 16? I don't really care if they believe us. I'm trying to figure out poke and prod them to figure out what part they don't want us to look into. Like, they know where we came from. Do they know where we're going? Like, for example, if we were to go to one of the other places, like back to Swifty's house, or to Beechwood Canyon, would we be going the same direction or a different direction? I asked the driver of our limousine.
There's no time.
Okay.
I'm gonna slowly, languorously set up an interesting encounter. So I think this is a wonderful time to take a 5-minute break
Fantastic.
while I luxuriously set up something interesting for us. All right, guys,
Have a winsome and intelligent.
roll initiative, please.
Seven.
25.
17.
Bagheera will go also at 7, just after his friend, Zilver.
All right. You guys ready for the battle of the century?
All right. The century.
Bagheera, what'd you roll? A 7?
Yes.
Okay. So, as you're trying to talk to them through the window, they just level their guns at you, and it becomes obvious that they're about to open fire on you. And Beezix, you're first.
Okay. So since I'm towards the front of the car here, as soon as they point these things at us, I point 2 of my hands out and I'm going to twin cast Levitate on these 2 guys.
Okay. Con save?
Con of 17, yeah.
Well, surprisingly, both of them passed.
Wow.
Yeah. I rolled a 17 and a 15.
Wow.
So, movement and bonus actions.
I guess my bonus action, I'm going to Misty Step.
Are you casting it?
Yes?
Can't cast 2-level spells.
Oh, that's right. I'm thinking of mirrors. Mirrors can do that without casting a spell. Okay, I guess I'll since my spell didn't work, I'm gonna duck down behind in the car, just hide, I guess.
You're gonna stay in the car and hide?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or wait, where am I? Am I here?
You're a dude.
Okay. Can I slip out the door here?
Yeah.
Okay. So I see my spell failed. I immediately jump out the car, the door there, and I don't know if I can hide, but I'll get behind the car.
Well, you're not a rogue, so you can't mechanically hide. But
Right.
you can take cover there.
Yeah. Okay. That's my
Roll
turn.
me a d20, please.
Me?
Uh-huh.
17.
All right. The 2 guys with Tommy guns look at you all, and they look pretty menacing. And this one there with the actually looks like he's a guy with a Tommy gun. He opens fire on the car in a spray of Tommy gun fire. Just
Wow.
and everybody except Beezix make a dex save.
Oh my god.
What is your what's your paladin modifier to our save?
Oh, right. Aura of
3.
protection. You get a 3
Great.
bonus.
25.
I'm gonna use my inspiration. Yes, much better.
26.
What'd you get?
16. Do I get the Aura of Protection bonus, or it's just people around
Yeah,
me?
you do. Yeah.
Okay, then 19.
Okay, great. Is anybody trying to protect Swifty?
Well, is he a friend? Because it's instantaneous. Any friends near me get the +3, so I don't know. But
Is anyone trying to protect Swifty?
I'm not.
I don't think I know what's going on.
I would. I am, because that's my fighting style.
Well, he made a deal with you and everything.
Protection!
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think I know what a Tommy gun is or how to protect him from it.
Well, you see things exploding in front of you. You see holes ripping through the car. You see glass
Yeah.
shattering all through the car, and you feel bullets entering your
it
body
looks-
because you're
it
still
looks-
going to take half damage.
It
Yeah.
looks like
I would,
Radical
because
is
I
protect.
protect people.
And
That's what I
Swifty's
do.
like, help me, protect me.
Yeah.
So she does. Do either of you help him at all?
Yes. Well, I'll follow Radical's lead. Do whatever she does.
And through protect, if I saw him getting hurt, I could use protection to impose disadvantage too on.
I'm like, he's got scared of dying or something, don't you?
Yeah, I got him. No problem.
Okay, you three each take 11 damage.
Oh,
That's half damage on passing the save.
wow.
So Beezix is at 34 out of 45. Radical's
Oh, I thought I wasn't hit.
Sorry, Radical's at 50 out of 61. Never mind. Zilver is at 28 out of 39. And Bagheera is at 44 out of 55. And the other guy with the Tommy gun, he comes over here and he strafes his gun at Zilver and Bagheera, and he basically shoots the both of you, or tries to.
Are they attack rolls?
Yeah. And they're both hits.
I'm gonna reaction. Cutting words.
Is it D8 at this level?
Yeah.
And do you roll it or me?
I don't really care.
Yeah, you roll it.
2.
It still hits.
Okay.
So he strafes his Tommy gun at the two of you and hits both of you, and you each take 8 damage. So Zilver's at 20 and Bagheera's at 36. And Radical, you're up.
All right. Well, this thing's crazy. I don't know what that is, but I want no part of it. I would like to try for the first time. For color, I'd say that my crown of the Eye of the Tyrant has become a stylish 1945 necklace
Nice.
with several things.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna deploy, and I've never used this before, so you might have to talk me through it. I want to launch a paralyzing ray at, probably the guy that shot at me the first time, since the second one didn't shoot me, but this guy. So they have to succeed on a DC 16 Constitution saving throw.
Okay, which guy is it?
This one.
Okay. He succeeds.
Damn it! Well, then that's not. Then, in that case, I'm gonna do something else. Let's go.
So make sure you cross off that one on your crown.
I'll write it down. Where'd my pencil go? In my lap? Oh, there it is.
So you destroy the
Paralyzing, yeah.
I don't see that one. Is it? Oh, paralyzing ray. Okay. All right. So yeah, he passed the save. So you'll cross that one off on your list.
Screw it.
And that was an action. So you have a bonus action and movement left.
Okay.
And I will just say you all are like crabs in a barrel right now in that car.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the F out of this car, so I'm gonna go tumble out the door the way that my friend did.
Okay.
Abigail. Bonus action and bonus action. What is this? Is this another car?
Yeah, that's their car.
Okay, and then I'm gonna try to acrobatically run this way and get behind this car. Just try to dodge between cars.
Okay, roll a d20 for me.
15.
Okay, you're good. All right. Any bonus actions?
I have a lot of bonus actions. Let's see. Probably not. I don't think I have a lot of things to do.
All right, it's the Bruiser's turn. I guess this guy takes the dash action and gets up next to you.
She was getting out of the car, right?
Next to him.
Wait, I have a bonus action. Can I do it real quick?
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on my boy over here.
Which
is,
one? Bagheera or Silver?
I'll do Bagheera.
Okay, +2 AC. Great. So this guy takes the dash action to get up next to Bagheera, and this one I believe moved 3 so far. I guess this one's gonna go here. That's 6. No, let's see where he was. He's like here. This is there. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he'll take the dash action to get here, engaged with you, but neither of them can attack yet. All right, Silver, you're up.
So help me understand this battlefield.
So there are 3 cars. You can use all 4 sides of a car as cover. I just have the blocks set up to give you some ideas.
What's this line here and the line on the side by them?
That line, the line near
Cliff?
Julie is basically like a very steep embankment / cliff kind of thing, kind of a steep embankment, and then the line near you is like a steep rise. So you've got this for walking and that for walking.
And then that goes down, this goes up.
Yeah.
Got it.
I'm gonna walk out of the car. 20, 25. On this diagonal, I'm gonna cast Gust of Wind.
All right. Does Gust of Wind move them more than 5 feet?
15 feet.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
All right. Is it a strength save?
Yeah, strength 16.
Okay. Let's see. Where's my Tommy gun guy? There he is. Strength save. All right. Oh, lucky you. Lucky you. I didn't push his strength stat. This will be a good roll. Oh! He flies fucking away. You can, it's a steep embankment, so he's not just falling off a cliff. But please describe.
All right. So there's a blast of air 60 feet long on this diagonal here, So this guy, are they both getting hit or just him?
It's 10 feet wide.
Yeah.
No, that's just him.
Okay. Even if I do that, it's not 10 feet wide.
No, those guys. There's 10 feet in between those two guys.
All right, sure. So he gets blasted, and
60 by 10.
It's 60 feet long, like a lightning bolt,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
10 feet wide.
yeah. So he's going to get hit with a blast of air. His face is gonna be, yeah, yes, as he goes flying back, and he just goes "Wah!" through the air and off the cliff.
So it's a very steep embankment. So he's rolling down it. I'm gonna say he takes 40 feet. He falls 40 feet down this embankment. 4d10 of bludgeoning damage as he rolls and falls and hits rocks and shrubs and shit. And so he takes some damage, and you hear him cry out as he rolls down the hill. And he said, down at the bottom, you hear him say, "You're dead! You're dead!" And
the other guy with the Tommy gun. Well, no, I'll just save that for later. Okay.
And so
That's it.
this is a concentration spell.
Yes, it is.
So I don't know. I'm trying to interpret whether I think it moves with you or not.
Well, it's a bonus action to change its direction. So as a bonus action, which I have not done yet, I will direct it at the other guy.
You used all your movement, right?
Correct. Use my movement.
So you're gonna
Did an
blast.
action.
You're gonna change the direction it leaves you, and you're gonna blast that guy with your
Yes.
bonus action. All right. Strength save from that guy.
Strength save
That is
16.
also a fail. He rolls down the embankment as well. Ah! You hear gunshots as he's accidentally shooting his gun as he's falling down the embankment, and he takes a bunch of damage too. He actually falls a little bit farther down than the other guy and takes a couple more bumps and bruises as he's dropping. And both of these guys are way down at the bottom of this embankment now. And you use all your movement.
Yep.
So
That's it for me.
Bagheera, you're up. Good turn.
Nice.
Bonus action to second wind, gain some hit points, gain 7 hit points.
7 hit points back for Bagheera.
This bruiser you described him, is he armed? Is he just big and tough?
He's a very big, muscular man wearing a suit. There's 2 of them. Like almost 7 feet tall, big muscles underneath the suit. You don't see any arms as of yet.
Great. I want to step out of the car,
Uh-huh.
square up with them,
Uh-huh.
and then grab him.
Grab him?
Yeah,
Like grapple him?
yeah, I want to grapple him.
Alright, athletics.
$28.
Okay, you grapple him.
Great.
He is grappled by you. You are, describe what this looks like as you wrap your arms around this
Yeah,
really,
well,
really
I'm
large
trying
man.
I would like to maneuver him. I've noticed that this carriage we've come in comes exquisitely appointed with these lovely doors. They just slide almost silently on their hinges. And I would hope in the near future to maneuver him into that space that the door occupies and just slam it on him repeatedly.
Great. And
In fact,
this
I'll spend my action point, my fighter action point. I want to do that right now.
your action surge.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so a pencil neck geek of sorts wraps his arms around this almost 7 foot
Just
tall,
some like
huge
judo
muscular
shit
guy.
where he's like real hip throw.
I'm using
I
his
just
strength
hip throw.
against it.
Yeah, exactly.
You wrap around him and you shove his head down in where the door is.
Yeah.
And then you slam the metal door into his head a
Yeah.
few times.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah. All
What do you
right.
want me to roll?
You don't have to roll.
All right.
Actually, you know what? You can roll the damage. Roll 4d6 for me.
Fantastic. That's 18.
Okay. So this guy gets his head fucking smushed, and he is yelling out in anger and pain, and he says, "I'm gonna fucking kill you!" So that was your action
pass-
and your
pass turn.
Yep. All right, and your bonus action and all of that. So Beezix, back to the top. It's you.
Okay, so just had slipped out from the door here. I hear all these bullets going off, and I hear some footsteps coming towards me.
Yep.
And I quickly swoosh my hand as I cast a Mind Sliver
Okay.
on this guy here.
I'm pretty sure he fails.
Int 17.
Yeah, he fails.
Okay, so you're gonna take 2d6. So that's six psychic damage,
Okay.
and then I'm going
He goes, ah!
and I'm going to quicken cast web. Since
Okay.
he's in between the two cars here.
So just affecting him.
Yep.
Okay. He passes the strength save on that.
You have to subtract 4. Subtract D4
Okay.
from the next saving throw.
You want to roll the d4?
I could. 3.
Okay, that's still a 19. So he passes it. The webs drip off of his big, muscular, thick calves as he pounds his fist into his hand, and he says, "Ah, I hurt your brain."
And then I run away.
You're engaged with him. He's gonna take an opportunity attack on you.
Oh, okay, then I'm going to use my Leoprine hop to jump 15 feet, which does not grant opportunity attack.
Leoprine. I like to do my Leoprine while wearing neoprene.
Yeah.
Eating neoprene. What is neoprene? All right.
So I hop 15 feet.
Creatine.
Okay. Creatine. And that's your
That's
your
my turn.
bonus action.
So I used a bonus. So I used an action to cast Mind Sliver, then a bonus action to quicken web, and then my movement to hop away.
Leporine. Let's see. Rabbit hop
Rabbit
as
hop.
a bonus action. You can jump. It's a bonus action.
Oh, I see. Okay, then I'll attempt to run then.
All right. You probably get clobbered. He tries to punch you with his big, meaty, stinky meat hand,
Okay.
and it's 16 to hit.
I think that hits. I think I'm 14. Yeah.
Yeah, you feel his big, stinky, meaty, chunky, large hand, fistized, swoosh into your back, and you only take 8 damage. Lucky you.
Okay.
So Beezix takes 8 damage
Okay.
and 37 out of 45, and you move up the street there.
Yeah.
Roll a d20 for me, please.
15.
Cool. All right.
Is the driver and the other guy still in there?
The driver's dead.
Oh, the driver's dead.
And Swifty, 2 people protected Swifty, so he's got a little blood on him, but he's laying flat on the floor of the car. So these fools start trying to climb up, and they get about halfway up, and they're not back up to the top yet. And Radical, your turn.
Alright. Radical. Completely overpowered by her dual identity of Vera and remembering why she's here in the first place, is gonna cast Zone of Truth on this guy.
What? Uh-huh.
And say, who are you working for? Who sent you?
You know he's not compelled to answer your question. He's only compelled to tell the truth when he talks.
Oh, like he just can't speak a deliberate lie?
Yeah.
Oh.
He just can't lie. He doesn't have to answer your question. It's a good spell to cast during interrogation.
Alright, well then maybe not. Maybe instead, I'm gonna cast. Wait, what's that other one I have? Hold on. I don't want to do anything too exciting until the guys with the guns get back.
Has there been any other traffic on the road besides us? Has been mostly empty roads this time of night?
So far, nothing here at almost 11 p.m. In the heat of battle, you must make a decision.
Alright. She's just having fun wanting to cast lots of spells.
I imagine you're only trying to cast spells that you have prepared.
Yeah, that's the truth. Fuck it. I'm gonna play with my, no, I want to do that to the other guy. God damn it. Alright, can't get close enough to this person to do the things I want to do. How does my, alright, I'm gonna do, no, I have to hit him to make that
8.
happen. Fuck me.
7.
I'm gonna cast Moonbeam on this guy. Ah!
Okay, describe what that looks like.
As I understand it, suddenly a big bright point of light shines down on Homeboy. And when he, I think it doesn't really hit till
It's
he
at the start of
moves.
his turn
Yeah.
it's going to hit him.
So it's just a big,
But I want to know what it looks like.
it's a big cylinder of like a spotlight from the sky. Like we're shooting a motion
Came
picture.
to Hollywood.
You came to Hollywood. You wanted to see the bright lights. You'll see 'em. Mira saw the light, and so are you, sucker. He's like,
What is happening?
Yes.
Says
Oh
this
wait,
guy.
I have. Fuck. You can't
It's
have
too
two
late.
concentration spells at the
Nope.
same time, can you? Then that didn't happen.
What?
Because I cast my other one on him.
Nope, we're not going back.
Okay.
Moonbeam is on him.
Moonbeam!
You doing anything else?
Big bright light. I don't have to be near it, so I'm gonna move. Hide back here. Hiding.
Okay. All right. That was your turn. All right. It's Bruiser. I'm gonna do Bruiser number 2. So Bruiser looks up at this thing that's above him and makes a con save. And what's your DC, lady?
Minus 14.
And he passes the save. Roll 2d10. We'll see. He's gonna take half of that damage.
7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 6.
Okay. He takes the 6 damage from the moonbeam. Ah! What is this? And then he says, "Get back here, you!" He takes the dash action to get up on you. And he pounds his hands into his fist, ready to punch you.
Oh my gosh.
And we'll just leave this marking where the moonbeam is. All right, Bruiser number 1 is in front of Bagheera. So Bruiser reaches into his jacket and pulls out a blackjack. You see this sort of metal club of sorts, very small, in his hand, and he reaches up and tries to clock you in the head with it. And it looks like it will really hurt if it hits you. And it's a 17 to hit.
Hits.
And this thing clocks you in the dome, and it hurts like a motherfucker, and you take 20 damage. As this bruiser says, "Lights out!" And that's their turns. Zilver, you're up.
All right, it's my turn. Well, Silver will 1, 2, move 10 feet to over here, peek over the side, and go, "You have no idea what forces you're dealing with," and uses his bonus action to blast them as they're climbing up.
Okay. They both fail, and they both fall 20 feet of the 40 feet back down. And they're each damaged as they roll down the hill. And one of them says, "We gotta try a different way to hurt this guy."
And then I will take 2 more steps this way.
All right.
Actually, no, I'm here. 3. Yeah.
You still have your action.
Oh yeah, I do have my action. I'll use... no, I actually do want to do that. 1, 2, 3. So that's all my movement. I get into the car, and as part of my action, or as my action, I'll cast Thunderclap to ruin the car from the inside.
Okay. You mess up the car from the inside.
Just blow all the windows out, trash the... I'm hoping the horn is going off now continuously.
Yeah, it's a real mess in there. The plush cushions are all over the place. The windshield smashes out from inside, yeah, you hear the horn is going. And all right,
That's it for me.
Bagheera, you're up.
I want to take this thing he has. I want to take it from him.
Okay.
See, he has it, and that's a problem for me because it keeps hitting my head. I want to reverse that situation. It's not a fancy plan, but my dome's kind of ringing, and it's the best I got right now.
Okay, he's currently grappled and his head is in where the door is, but he managed to clock you with this thing.
Yeah.
So you want to try to take it from
I want to take his fancy stick away from him.
All right, roll sleight of hand.
Oh, excellent. Do it. $12.
You do not succeed in taking it away from him.
Disappointing. Okay, so from out for his as his interaction, Bagheera will somewhere from like the sort of the kind of pencil holder of his pocket of his sort of accountant's disguise, pull out a full-length like Errol Flynn rapier.
Nice. And this guy looks surprised and upset and scared as he's got his head in the car door and a rapier being pulled out of his pocket. And any other stuff? bonus action.
Nope, pass turn.
All right. Okay, back to the top with B6.
Okay. So I've got this guy chasing after me, and I'm just a petite little reporter. So I'm pretty scared. So I'm going to use my bonus action, Misty Step. So as I'm running, I'll all of a sudden just vanish and reappear behind back here.
Okay.
And then as my action, I'm going to cast Toll of the Dead at him. I'm going to point,
Okay.
do Toll of the Dead. Wisdom 14.
Let me check this guy. He fails. Go ahead.
8 necrotic damage.
Is it twice? You're at your level? 2 dice?
2 dice. 2
Oh, you're right.
D12s.
2d12. Okay, so 8. 9 total.
9 total on the formerly moonbeamed bruiser, and he cries out as this necrotic damage pierces him. So regarding Moonbeam, Julie, on each of your turns after you cast this spell, you can use your action to move the beam up to 60 feet. Yeah, sorry about the mosquitoes. They're usually not around in the day. And I ordered new bug spray.
Oh, that's okay.
I ordered new bug spray because bugs are real. All right, so is that your turn, B6?
Yeah.
All right, I don't know about this particular battle sound.
Feeling smooth.
This is all right. Okay, yeah, let's try Cuphead.
Bootlegger Boogie.
Yep, perfect battle music. Yeah, you had your turn. You ended
Yep.
there. Okay, roll a d20 for me.
10.
Okay, make a dex save.
Dex. 3. 22.
A car comes careening down the street, and it just shoots right by you, and the air moves your fur under your disguise as the car just right by you. And as it goes off in the distance, you hear bam, 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 zoop.
Whoa.
But you are not damaged
Phew.
due to your nice dex save.
Yeah.
As you dodge out of the way. Okay, Tommy gun guys. They're gonna climb, and one of them gets to the top, and one of them gets to the middle. We'll say it's this one because I like his thing. This one's halfway, and that one's gonna look around. He doesn't see Mr. Gusty Pants, so he's gonna shoot at Bagheera.
Oh no.
And the song's not very. That sounds a little more. So yeah, the bugs. I wish I had bug spray. Oh well, we'll have to die. So gun guy shooting at Bagheera, and he points. He sees the bruiser guy. With his head in the door, and you holding him in there, and he points the gun at you, and you hear 3 swift pop, 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 as he pops at you.
Hey, as he does that, I'm gonna use cutting words and yell, "Hey, stupid! I'm over here!"
Okay.
And so let's see. I'll give him a negative D8.
All 3 miss.
Oh well.
You did it!
Hey, there you go. Good enough.
All 3 shots miss. Cutting words or no.
You saved my butt once again, Silver.
Yeah, what are the just hey Dillweed, I'm over here.
Basically.
Seeing that, he heads over to you,
He's already
angry.
moved 40 feet. Climbing.
Only 1 step.
All right.
Then Radical, you're up.
All right, I will move my spotlight onto this guy because it was here.
Wait.
Right.
You can move it up to 60 feet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Boo! It's time for your close-up, gunman.
Tommy!
Tommy.
Time for your close-up, Tommy.
And I'm actually gonna get over here just also so
In the car.
you can be in the aura of the climate sun.
Yeah.
You
You get in the car, and the car's like, and the glass is
I was
spewing
like-
everywhere. That driver's dead for some
sorry.
reason.
What's the save on the moonbeam? You're using
It's
the
at the
moon-
top of his turn.
Oh, is that when it happens? It happens
Yeah.
on this turn.
Yeah. So that is your action. You have a bonus action if you want.
How much I can do? I don't think. Bonus action. Ba-ba-ba-bap. Nope, I'm focused on the moonbeam. That's it. Good. Saving my strength. That doesn't count. Yeah, no, that's not a weapon attack. Nope, I'm good.
Okay, so bruisers are up. The bruiser that is grappled tries to punch homeboy. Gets a nat 20.
Woo!
Sorry to say.
See it from here. God. Wait. Cutting words. Oh, wait, no, it's an automatic hit anyway, because it's cutting words wouldn't help. It's not a disadvantage. So.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see him
I'm not
for silver
close
barbs.
Yeah, I guess I'll use silvery barbs, sure.
I don't know. We'll have to ask the DM if you can actually see him.
Yeah,
from
can
where
I
you're
see
sitting.
him? Can I see him?
He peeking out the window.
DM's gonna roll for whether you say this or not.
Sure.
Actually, you can roll a d20 to see if you see it, if you can see from where you're hiding.
3, nope, can't see him.
Okay. Let's see. Shit. Bagheera, you take 15 more damage. Taking you, I think, to 8?
That is correct.
Holy shit! You better kill this motherfucker. So that guy gets a crit on you. Since you're so close to him and you're holding him like this and everything, he's just like, BOM!
The uppercut.
He just fucking crits you. Your chin blasts back. Your disguise slips for a moment. He's like, whoa! Those horns! And the other guy runs back to Little One and tries to hit him with the blackjack that he's carrying in his jacket. So somebody's going down, I think. Yep. So that gets through. And
Unless I do a shield as a reaction. Give me a +5 to
Your
my
AC
AC.
is 14.
Yeah.
It misses.
Okay.
Woo!
Wow.
Lucky you, Mr.
Very lucky.
Shield.
Lucky
So he goes to
shield.
clobber. I put my hands up and then poof.
Oh!
And he's like, what? What is happening? I am from Germany, imported to beat you. He's really freaked out by all the weird stuff that's been happening with the spotlight and the shield and everything. And Silver, your turn.
All right. Let's see. Well, the moonbeam might work, but I'm not going to take that chance. 1, 2, 3, 4.
The second guy is not up yet.
Yep. I'll go right here because it's lining up. And I will use my bonus action to change the gust of wind in his direction.
He fails.
hoping that it's going to fly into the other guy directly behind him who's climbing up.
Well, the guy is halfway down the face.
Oh, okay.
But that guy flies back and he rolls off the cliff, and the other guy has to make a deck save as the other dude falls on top of him. But he makes the deck save, and the falling guy takes the 4d6 damage again, and it hurts, etc.
Oh man.
Yeah, so that's your bonus action. You're really making a good case for gust of wind right now.
Yes.
Let's do.
Vicious mockery on the guy that's attacking him.
Okay,
And
and that guy passes.
okay, so it doesn't do anything. That's it for me.
All right, Bagheera.
Gira, let's go with this guy and cast
This right here.
darkness on his swords. That's a 15-foot radius of magical darkness,
Yep.
and will then step away from him
Okay.
and
Let's move that pen, please.
That's his gust of wind.
Yeah. It's okay. Or you want it to be there for when the other guy climbs
Yeah,
up?
exactly.
All right, sure.
that's okay. So that's action. Move. Oh, and then he'll draw his shield.
Okay.
Pass turn.
Silver gets blinded.
Everybody, including me, within 15 feet.
Yep. You and the other guy and Silver get blinded.
He casted what?
Darkness.
Oh, darkness. Okay, great.
All right. So that's your turn.
That's my turn.
Okay. Beezix.
Okay.
Beezix Cheez-Its.
So he just took a swing at me. I blocked it. Phew. So I
One
used.
sec. What?
I want to drop and roll under the car.
Okay. You are prone under the car. All right. Go ahead.
So I'm gonna use my rabbit hop to hop up onto the car,
Okay.
which does not grant opportunity attack.
Sure.
I'm going to stick my hands out and rotate as I cast slow. So it's a 40-foot thingy, so it'll affect these two guys.
Yeah. It affects a certain amount of people within a radius.
Yeah,
So
40-foot cube. Up to 6
Uh,
creatures of my choice.
Yeah.
So those two.
All right. You have cast slow on those guys, and they need to make some wisdom saves.
Wisdom 17.
One of them passes. One of them fails. We'll make it. This guy fails, and he is slowed.
Okay.
And so you jump for the bonus. Any movement while you're standing on top of the car?
Can I run to the other car? On top of it?
You got to jump.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right.
And that'll be my turn.
All right. Very good, sir. Okay. Tommy guns. The Tommy gun that's at the bottom is clever because wind just he hears wind coming up, so he climbs up over here right into the moonbeam, and he's like, What's with this spotlight? See? And the other guy who's halfway up He makes it the rest of the way up and then gets blasted all the way back down. And you hear him rolling down the hill. Fuck! Shit! Fuck! And you're like random shots as he rolls down the hill. He gets blasted in the face with the gust of wind.
It's like a Keystone Cops movie.
He takes a bunch more damage as he rolls down the hill. You hear a sickening crunch like his arm broke.
Ooh.
And that's their turns. Radical, you're up.
I have a question about the
Oh wait, that guy got up there, so I think he's gonna take a shot at Zilver.
All right. I am in the darkness.
Yeah, but he sees the
yeah,
wind,
exactly.
the direction of the wind.
shooting
and
into the wind.
He's been seeing what's happening, so he's gonna shoot with
To the
disadvantage at the source of
Yeah.
the wind, and
It shouldn't take much to hit me.
he points in that direction and goes pop, pop, pop. Hit. Crit. Oh, that's disadvantage. Hit. Hit. It's 3 hits.
Ugh.
Make 3 concentration saves.
Oh, concentration saves. Not that it's gonna matter. Let's see if I'm even awake after this. Nope.
All right, you lose concentration on the gust. And you are down.
All right.
And as the guy shoots you down, he says, "That'll teach you to push us off cliffs."
Not that he sees me actually go down.
Yeah. He hears a thump, and he sees the wind stop, and he says, "That'll teach you. Where's all this darkness coming from?" And Radical, you're up.
Oh, right. Question about darkness. Is this magical darkness that you can't see in with dark vision?
Is very blinded.
Within 15 feet of Bagheera is a circle of darkness.
So, well, what I want
3
to do,
squares from him is dark.
what I want to do is like try to crawl up and smack this guy, touch homeboy that just
You can't
went
see
down.
him.
Yeah, you can't see me.
I don't know. Okay.
You could go in there rooting around for him.
Ah.
Yeah.
Does anybody need healing?
You go in there flopping around on the ground, rooting around for him.
Yeah. Well, never mind that. Do I seriously not have anything I can shoot from a distance? Well, I guess I don't.
You can try. You'll just have a bit of difficulty doing it.
Just don't use a concentration spell.
Right. No, I just don't have out of my purse, I pull a javelin. Say, look at here, buddy. So, yeah, I guess I'll step out here and I'm gonna try to hit Mr. Tommy Gun with something.
Go one more space over so you can see around
The darkness, yeah.
yeah.
I'm going far enough to see them over there.
All right, what are you gonna do to him?
I'm gonna throw a javelin at his head.
Okay.
But it looks like in this world, my javelin just looks like an incredibly sharp ballpoint pin.
Take this Mont Blanc. Roll the hit.
Prepare to feel the smite of journalism.
Wow,
That's funny.
Crit.
All right. Double damage.
So that's just
That's the power of the press.
that's just 2d6. But I'd like to actually up that with some divine smite if I could.
Divine Smite is for melee.
Oh, that's not my javelin. Damn it. But I can't do is that the same for ensnaring strike?
No.
Okay, can I ensnaring strike him, or I had to call that before?
Ensnaring Strike is a concentration spell.
Oh well, never mind. Just take the pin. That's 10 damage.
10 damage. Alright, that guy looks pretty hurt as a javelin-shaped pen rips through his arm and his non-Tommy gun hand goes limp. And he says, "Who are you people? You're too powerful. Taste my lead."
We're the press! I'm gonna move 2 more. Hopefully
Back
out of...
behind the darkness.
Yeah, just behind the darkness.
All right. Bruisers are up. Slow Bruiser. He was already slow in his mind. He's pretty slow, so he tries to get out of the road here, and then he tries to reach up and punch him in the ankle on top of the car. I'm gonna give him disadvantage for that.
Okay.
And he's going to hit unless a reaction is taken.
Sure. Yeah, I'll do shield again.
Remember that shield spell you cast that one time?
Yeah, I was just checking my slots. Yeah, I'll do it.
He tries to punch you in the ankle slowly, and his hand bangs off the shield. He's like, "What is happening? What is this?" Oh! And the other guy is surrounded in darkness. He can't find Bagheera. He doesn't know what's going on, and so he runs out of the darkness in a random direction. He runs over there, and he can see over there, and he sees the other guy down at the bottom of the hill, and he sees his Tommy gun friend with the spotlight on him, and he says, "Boss, what do we do?" And the other guy says, "Kill them all." So he runs past his boss and runs over here. I guess he'll take his dash action to get engaged with.
In the darkness.
Silver is Silver down, right?
I'm down, yeah. And in the darkness.
So he's not going back in the darkness. He's gonna take his dash action to. He sees you from there, and then gets engaged with you.
Do you want to make a statement?
And Silver's death save.
11.
Okay, sounds good.
First success.
Bagheera.
Is it reasonable to deduce that Silver fell due to the gunshots? Like there were gunshots and then the spell went off. He made some kind of
Well, you've been surrounded by darkness, and you've been hiding under the car in darkness, so you only know what you hear. And let's see, you hear blowing wind, you hear swearing and falling, you hear the blowing wind stop after some gunshots. So, you roll insight.
I'll roll insight. 5.
You have no idea.
Yeah, you can't tell if Silver just changed strategies or he's down or what. So
Okay, I'm gonna ignore that then. The Bruiser sort of walked off in some direction, and I heard him talk with somebody who's like, "Kill them all."
yep.
I'm gonna. Bagheera is going to do his best to remember where this steep incline is,
Mm-hmm.
and rush through the darkness and shove this guy off who just shouted, "Kill them all!" and shove him off the edge of the slope.
Okay, you're gonna roll to hit with disadvantage.
Yeah. Um, 13.
I rolled a 16. So your attempted shove does not work.
Okay. Do I stop there or do I just go past him?
No, you ran up to him, you found the guy, you tried
Okay.
to shove him, but in the darkness you were unable to do so.
Okay.
And you still have some movement and a bonus action.
All right. I'll try to quietly duck. So if he starts popping up with that gun in the darkness, maybe he'll shoot over my head.
So, what was that last bit?
He has a gun, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna try to quietly duck.
Okay, you're gonna duck. Good. He's gonna have a hard time hitting you. Engaged with you in the darkness. There's so many reasons why he's gonna have a hard time hitting you. All right, so you duck, and we've got Beezix, back to you.
Okay. You said this guy moved out of darkness, right? The Tommy gun guy?
He's not in the dark.
Bagheera is surrounded by 15 feet of darkness, so the darkness moved with
Oh,
him.
that's right.
Oh, it moves with
Saw my
him.
sword.
Yeah.
Oh, so now I can't see him. Okay.
Does Moonbeam still work in the darkness?
I don't know. We'll find out at the top of this turn.
Oh, okay. That changes my thingy. So, I'm going to... I'm getting kind of sick of this guy, taking shots at me. So with my... I'm going to pull out my, sickle. I guess it would be a... I guess it would also be a blackjack? What is that called?
A blackjack?
Yeah. So since so sickle's down. So I take a swing at him as I cast inflict wounds.
Mm-hmm.
6. Dirty 20.
You're casting inflict wounds?
Yeah. So I take.
Okay, you hit him. Roll damage.
So that is 5d10.
Level.
Level 3.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I'm getting sick of this guy.
Mm-hmm.
So. Takes 26 necrotic damage.
Okay, describe his death.
So he slowly walks up. He takes a swing and I kick it away. And then I pull out this thing and I just right across the face. And he slowly, in slow motion because he's still slowed, rotates 360 degrees, hits the hood of the car, and flops down onto the floor.
And as he's laying there, a car smashes his head, pops like a melon, and it's just nothing but a blood smear in the street
Yeah.
connected to a big bulky body. All right.
Phew. And then, since being on top of the car, I saw this madness happening, so I'm going to start making my way back over. So I'll jump over. There. So I'm making my way over to these guys.
All right.
That's my turn.
Okay, it's Tommy Gun's turn. So, rules is written darkness. If any of this spell's area overlaps with an area of light created by a spell of second level or lower, the spell that created the light is dispelled.
Yes.
So, rules is written, Moonbeam's gone.
Yes.
So nothing happens to him with the Moonbeam at the start of his turn.
He should have got hit by the Moonbeam, though.
Who? The guy that walked through it?
Yeah.
It's when they start their turn.
No, read it again. I don't want to be too... But it's when they move through it or start their turn.
Okay. Roll 2d10, Julie.
Where'd you go, guy?
And your DC is 13?
Yes. 14. Sorry.
Alright, tell me the
Oh, there it
2d10.
is. Sorry. I couldn't find it. That is an 8. And that is a 10.
Okay. So that guy takes, that guy passes the save, but he does take some damage. And,
So, yeah. What did they take half then of 18?
yeah.
Word.
2d10 added up to,
How's
18?
18.
Okay.
It was an 8 and a 10. Sorry, yeah, not 8 and a 2.
Okay. Alright, so that guy got hurt when he went through. Bagheera walked over and it made the moonbeam go away. So let's take that chip out from under that guy. And now it's Tommy Gun's turn. And yeah, let me get my special chips. Tommy Gun guy, he knows there's a cliff behind him. He's surrounded in darkness. So he tries to get out. He saw the way that his friend went. So he steps out of the darkness and takes some shots at Radical. One hit. And
I would like to hellishly rebuke that hit.
all right, let's hit you first.
Yes. Didn't your mother tell you never to shoot at a lady?
And you take, where are you? Yeah, you take 14 damage from the machine gun shot.
Ow!
And go ahead and roll your hellish rebuke damage.
You son of a bitch!
He fails his dex save.
Oh
You're
my
casting
god.
that as is it level 3 as part of your thing or level 2?
It's a level 2.
Level 2, so that's 3d10.
Yeah. It's gonna be 7.
Okay. That guy, he looks pretty hurt though from all that falling down the mountain and everything. So he's pretty upset as you rebuke him. His arms catch on fire. He's like, "Ha! Ha! Who are these people? You're all dead. See?" He shoots off a couple shots just for flavor. So that was him. He went over there. He tried to shoot you. The other guy's at the bottom of the hill. He tries to get to the top of the hill. And he makes it to the lip. And he's you guys can see his little head peeking over the lip with his dashing fedora and the muzzle of his Tommy gun as he peeks over. Radical, it's your turn.
Alright. Now I'm gonna take out my flail, which actually in this world just looks like my designer handbag. I'm just gonna wind up her and try to flail the guy in front of me. And I would want a bonus action ensnaring strike, so it's gonna be a dirty 20 to hit.
Okay, roll damage.
And that is gonna be a 6 damage, and I'm gonna try to ensnaring strike him.
He passes the save.
Shit.
He's very strong.
Yeah, I
The
know. I
vines
figured.
come up out of the ground to grab him, and he just like a guy whose suit is too small, bursting his suit.
Should not fuck
The vines just fall off onto the ground. Did you want to add a smite to that hit?
Oh, I'd love to. I'd love to smite someone. Let me see which spell slot but I do want to. Yes, I got one more I can use.
Final spell slot?
Not final. I want to save one in case I need to cure wounds. But
Yeah,
yes.
somebody's got to help that bard, man.
Yeah, I know. Trying.
The thing
but
I
I
like
gotta,
most about
I
playing
gotta
the bard
touch
is that I'm
them.
always laying on the ground.
So yeah, I will expend one slot to radiate damage.
All right, roll the
But I'll
damage.
do it at a first level, so it's just gonna be 7 radiant damage. Oh, 1d8. Yeah, that's just at a first level. So 7.
So 6 plus 7? 6 original damage and 7 whatever? That divine smite? You hit him for 6 originally.
7. It was 7 and 7.
Okay. All right, this bruiser is looking fucked up. He's bleeding. He's burning. He's barfing. he's all confused. He's upset.
This is the fire of the truth.
It's the bruiser's turn, and he's pissed, and he pulls out his blackjack and tries to clock you
with it, as he has clocked so many before. And he fucking misses.
That's right.
So he just growls at you angrily. And Zilver, death save.
16.
Alright, you're still safe. Bagheera.
Gingerly stalks towards the sounds of the gunshots
Yep.
and the guy screaming
Yep.
and tries to find him and stab him.
Everybody gets blinded as you go over there.
Yep.
You're trying to find the shooty guy.
Yeah.
All right. Roll perception for me as you like feel around in the dark.
11.
You can sort of figure out where he is. Try to hit him with disadvantage.
Will do. Is this Cowboy Bebop?
Yes, the theme song.
Yeah.
23.
Okay. Roll some damage.
Uh, 13.
Yep. Okay. 13 damage on that guy. He's looking
Take a second attack.
very bad condition.
Still over 20 for
Yep.
it to hit.
Go ahead.
Another 13.
Okay. Describe the death of Tommy Gun number 1.
Well, it's not a very visual event.
What does it sound like?
It sounds like ting ting ha, and then it's just sort of like a quiet, and then a slide off the end of the blade. Maybe some sort of like, I never thought I'd get done in like this.
And he's freaking dead. You stabbed him in the dark. A blade in the dark. A blade in the dark. Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
It is.
B6.
Okay.
You see just a bubble of darkness over there. I was thinking you were at the party already.
Oh yeah, we're about to leave.
Oh, you're wearing your cute outfit. Yeah, look at my friends, honey. So, where were we?
Okay. So
See
you
a
said
bubble of darkness around that guy?
you said this guy starts to kind of peek up.
That guy's not in darkness. You can see his head over the ridge.
Okay. So I see his head start coming up, and I hop over the car here. And as I leap off, I shoot a firebolt at him.
Okay. Roll to hit.
$25.
Okay, you definitely hit. He gets fire singeing his hair. His hair is on fire.
Taking 7
Having a
fire
fight
damage.
on Mulholland Drive. What was that?
7 fire damage.
7 fire damage. The guy's like, ah! They have a flamethrower! All of a sudden, he's got an Irish accent for some reason.
A real
Probably-
international crew.
Probably Siobhan's fault.
And then as my bonus action, I'm going to telekinetically shove him back down the...
Okay, he's gonna make a strength save to
Ah,
try to not fall down the embankment.
not again.
Nope. He's fallen.
Ah.
He's fallen. And feel free to describe his doom, his demise.
So his fedora just flew off as this ball of fire just singed his hair and his eyebrows off. And just as he's opening his eyes back up, he suddenly feels this weird force push him. And he falls back down, and as he's rolling down, his neck cracks on a rock. So it cracks down. And you can hear like the as he just kind of rolls and slowly gets to the bottom. Appendage is broken, hair singed off. And that's my turn.
Dead AF. All right. Okay, Beezix. It would be Tommy Gun's turn, but he's dead. Radical, you're up. There's a big bruiser in your face who's bleeding and burning and barfing and bungling.
In
That's
darkness.
right.
Oh, and in darkness.
And
Yeah.
in darkness.
and you can't see it.
Well, then I'm just gonna. She's just gonna helicopter her flail again.
Yeah, that's what the flail's for.
All right, roll with disadvantage.
Just helicoptering flail. Nah. That's only an 8. Then. Wait. Then. No, I flipped it. It was a 5, right? That's what it said. Yeah. It's an 8.
You have a second attack.
Oh, I do. I can have a second attack.
Paladin.
Flail some more. Oh, that's gonna do
a lot
it.
better.
That's a 17.
Yep, roll damage.
Whee! It's only my. Let's see. This is gonna be 5.
5.
Yeah.
Okay.
I only get a 1d8 from my tiny little my flail.
All right, that dude takes some damage.
It's just a handbag after all.
The flail hits him in the dark, and you hear a ka-chunk, but you can't see him as he yells out, "All of you are dead! I will kill you! If I see you, you will die!"
She likes
Laugh
that.
at you.
Great reaction.
All right, it's his turn. I'm gonna see if he has a stroke of genius right now or not. Yeah, he has a stroke of genius, and you could walk him for me around behind you.
Behind me?
Yep.
Okay.
And he gets out of the darkness,
Oh.
and then he tries to clobber you in the back. Let's see what he does.
What does he do, Siobhan? What does he do? He already tried to blackjack her.
Oh. Yeah. He's gonna try to punch you. And miss. And then he's gonna try to punch again. And he's gonna hit. Very sorry about the bugs.
Oh, it's okay.
I ordered more bug spray.
I'm killing them.
Are
This
they
is-
bad today?
Yeah, halfway through they started ticking up. I didn't expect them during the day.
We were at the park with her. I was at the park with her earlier and they were bad.
So his second punch hits you, and it does 10 damage to you,
Oof.
punching you in the back of the head,
Ow.
and you hear a quick ka-thunk as he punches you in the back of the head. But more so, as he punches you in the back of the head, he grabs the back of your neck,
Ow.
and then he goes like this, and he pushes you forward. And you find yourself stumbling forward 15 feet in a diagonal line
Ah.
and bumping into Bagheera
Oh,
as
no.
you go by.
Boom.
And Bagheera, both of you make a athletics or acrobatics check.
20 something? 21.
7.
Bagheera, you take 5 damage as she, as her leg connects with yours and kind of sickeningly crunches against you. And what did you both roll for your athletic save?
21.
I only got 7.
Okay, and you're knocked prone. You fall prone at the edge of the
Ow!
cliff there in the darkness, and you hear from behind you outside the darkness, "I told you I would kill you! You kill my friend, I kill you!" And from inside the car, you hear Swifty say, "Great idea with the darkness, kid. It's a great idea. Take him out. $1,000 for each of you." And Silver, death save. Nobody's helping you.
I have to,
Nope.
I have to
That's
touch
fail.
you.
Oh, you gotta fumble around in the dark. That's how we reproduce. Bagheera, you're up.
He's not super sure where his enemies are anymore. So he'll drop the darkness. Get reoriented. And charge up on his old enemy. You might remember their last interaction from such fan favorites as slamming the head in the door and retaliating with the blackjack.
Okay, he doesn't necessarily see him, unless you want to drop
did.
concentration on darkness.
Yeah, that was the first thing I did.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I think
Okay, maybe
at
now.
this point, Bagheera doesn't really know where his enemy's remaining are.
Right. So you drop concentration and you run up on the guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and stab him.
All right, roll the hit.
I'm happy with the stabbing.
Doesn't take much to stab this guy. He's only wearing a suit and he's really big.
17.
Uh-huh.
Follow up with a second stab attempt. Higher.
Great. Roll damage twice.
Rolling damage. 15 and 13.
Whoa. Describe some death.
Yoo-hoo!
I just pew pew. Just it's a simple technique. It's a long pointy sword, and you put it through the guy, and you take it out, and it's not flashy, but all those arteries they pop inside, and he kind of falls down like a little Jacob's ladder.
He just
That's-
all of his arteries and guts fall out, and he collapses like a pile of junk. Big old pectoral muscles just dropping, flopping on the ground like bricks of lard.
That's his turn.
And that takes us out of combat. Everyone's dead except you guys and Swifty Lazar.
Yeah, so I immediately rush over to Zilver and I do spare the dying.
Thank you.
Too late. Too late. 12 seconds passed. He's dead. Yeah, and you go over there and you save his life, and he's laying there with 1 HP
I thought
unconscious.
it's unconscious, yeah.
Yeah.
0 unconscious, right?
Then I'll do
Yep.
first level cure wounds.
Yay!
1d8. So 8 plus 2. 1d8. 7, 8. So you get 9 points back.
Did we win? Did we win, guys?
We did.
Oh yeah, we won.
I'm gonna go around and high five everyone. Well, you're fine on HP, right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm gonna high five you and give you 10 HP.
Nice.
I'll high five you.
I mean, if you're high fiving everybody,
Great.
You get a high five. You just
Yes.
don't get HP. I'll give you 10. Give me 10. I'll give myself 10.
Great.
High five self.
Well, let's investigate these
Let's
cars. I'm sure
search
they're
these
still in
bodies.
pristine condition.
So as you guys are doing that, Swifty says, pulls himself out, and he's got some blood on him and some wounds and stuff, and he says, hold on, before you start messing around, I got something for us. And he goes up to the front of the car where the dead driver is, and pops the trunk of the Stretch, and he goes back in the trunk and throws it open, and you see he comes back over with like a rack of what look like snake oil bottles, and he puts them down and he says, "I always save these for a dangerous situation. Everybody drink one, it'll make you better."
Okay,
Sure.
I drink one.
And he drinks one, and when he drinks one, you see like his wounds heal
Wow.
over, and
Oh,
he
I
looks
take-
like he's in great shape.
yeah, I'll take one and I'll just pocket it for now.
He says, "You gotta drink it. You can't take it."
How much does he get back?
What's that? If you drink it, you get the effects of a long rest.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll drink it.
He says, "Don't take any of them. I know how many there are. You gotta drink them.
Okay,
I want them for myself.
we drink them up.
These cost me a lot of money, more than I'm paying you."
Now,
Those would cost him.
now I'm noticing that 2 of these cars here are in real rough shape. Should we take the third one of theirs? Like the one because yours got shot up.
This one's okay.
I want to take the Tommy gun.
He says, "Mine's still functioning. I know it looks horrible, but I'd rather not leave my car behind."
Oh,
And,
at the scene of a terrible crime. I see why you're thinking that.
Yeah.
Now you're thinking like a reporter.
Okay, well let's real fast learn what we can from these mooks and then vamoose before the black and whites show up.
Sounds like a plan. Let's see what they got.
I want to search the bodies of the
Yeah, I'll
guy.
search the guy that was. Oh, if there's anything left of the other bruiser's body.
I'll look through the cars.
I'm going for the Tommy gun.
All right. You find one functioning Tommy gun.
There's a new instrument for you to play.
You find,
Tap out a tune.
Chicago typewriter.
you find
Yeah.
one snub-nosed revolver. Both of these would have slightly different properties than what you would read about in a manual. Let me get some perception and investigation rolls from anyone who's doing that.
I forgot that when I am wearing my crown of the Eye of the Tyrant, I have advantage on perception checks involving sight.
Copy that.
FYI.
17 perception.
15 perception.
And that is a natural 20!
Wow. 18 to search the vehicles for clues.
Okay.
Less interested in looting, more in where these yokels come from.
That everybody's sort of doing that, or what are you looking for with your nat 20?
I'm looking for clues for the story, for the big scoop!
I'm gonna hit you. Nope. It flew off your back.
Who do they work for?
You find a briefcase that has sort of something that looks like a coat of arms on it, on the outside of the briefcase. And when Swifty sees that symbol on the briefcase that Radical pulls out, he says, "Oh, we're in over our heads. These people are with the Santini mob."
They warned us we were in over our heads.
I don't know what Mira got herself into, but it's got something to do with that.
Where do they fit into this picture of the players that we've already established?
I have no idea whether they're connected to the Bright Oracle or Kerner, or why would they be involved at all? I can't figure it out. But one thing we don't want to do is go up against the mob. I'll tell you what. I'll double my reward. $2,000 for each of you. You clear my name and maybe I'm gonna have to leave town for a while. You gotta figure out why the mob would be involved. And what does this have to do with Mira's murder? Why would they be interested in her death? He says, I think the choices are still the same. The Bright Oracle, Kerner, or my house to see who stole my cigars. But somehow the mob are involved. This got a lot more dangerous. And I think we're gonna make this a 2-session game.
Cool.
We've got other people DMing on some upcoming Saturdays. So if you are interested in continuing with the same crew, with the same story and the same crew with fewer mosquitoes because it'll be colder, and I'll have bug spray next time you guys are back here. I just ordered it again yesterday.
Oh, that's okay.
Well, you know, for Tuesday night and stuff.
Right.
Saturday, November 4th is the next time that there's not another person DMing.
I dig it.
So,
I will not be available that day.
That is sad.
That is the. Ironically, that's the day we had to reschedule the engagement shoot. Yeah, because we were supposed to do it on the 19th, which is why I couldn't make the Tuesday game. But then Mel got sick, so.
Well, raise your hand if you know you can do November 4th.
Presumably,
I think I can.
Tell me if, and then I guess the other option is November 18th.
I don't have
Does
anything-
anybody know of any conflicts on either of those 2 dates?
Just the 4th for me.
Curlin, you're unsure as to either one, if there's
Well,
a conflict?
I don't think I have any conflicts right now, so.
Romley, are you good on the 18th?
Should be, yeah.
There's a slight chance I might be unavailable on the 18th because we may take a vacation, and I think that's the week Mike doesn't have to work, but I don't know. It is not confirmed.
It's a difficult question. Bagheera, you're equal on both those days?
I am, yeah, as presumably available.
Tough choice. Well, this is a definite no, and this is a maybe no.
Yeah, mine's a maybe no, so
should
I
probably
can
do the
try to
18th.
bend. Yeah, I can try to
Let's shoot.
make it happen.
Let's say November 18th. I'm gonna open it up to other people when it comes around, and they can randomly join you in the adventure. But hopefully, you'll be able to finish. If one of you three is unable to come, I'll have that person come into
As
so and so.
suddenly you are this person.
Yeah. Let's see. So yeah, Saturday, November 18th, 1 to 5 p.m. That is the to be continued of this adventure. I can't wait to talk to you guys about Richard Kerner and RKO 1945 and Beechwood Canyon Theosophical Society. If you're interested, look up Theosophical Society, and if you're interested,
Yeah, I might work up a dossier on some of these characters.
if you're interested, look up something on YouTube. Maybe I'll just put it in the Discord chat. The RKO story, Dark Victory, on YouTube. It's like a 1980s documentary narrated by Rob Reiner or somebody, and
Rob Reiner.
it's a very strange tale. All right, let's move to checkouts. If you could share something that you liked about the session, and something you liked that another player did, and raise your hand if you have inspiration right now. 1. So we'll vote for one of the remaining 3 people to have inspiration. So something you liked about the session, something you liked that another player did, random feedback, and inspiration vote. And Dane, you're up.
This was a lot of fun. I think just us being in this world that we're not used to, and just that whole thing of you guys trying to get past the one police guy, and then us using all our magics inside the house when the detectives are trying to look around. I can only imagine what they must have been thinking. Doors slamming and hypnotic banners in the sky. That was just a lot of fun. This was a fun little encounter here with like the cars on the side of the road, and the cars driving by was like something to consider. And then I think my favorite was like you keep blasting the
my
people
God.
off.
Yep, very clever.
Yeah. So that was my thoughts on it.
The guys were really difficult to defeat, and if those two hadn't been continually taken out of the picture, it would have been a lot harder.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, session, thing the other player did, random feedback, inspo vote.
I guess my vote go to Silver for the
All
gust of
right.
wind.
Hi ho, Silver. Silver, you're up.
Let's see, session. The whole thing was really cool. I really like the ideas. It's just kind of zaniness to be able to do this kind of stuff in the time period, so it makes it fun. like just being able to be like, I'm a ghost. Let's see, somebody else did. I really like you guys all did great stuff. I think the idea of the little reporter just smacking the head into in the door, and then the javelin pen was just fantastic, especially because it critted. That was perfect. Those were great. Yeah, it was great. My thoughts on the session. I was like, I got to do something to take those guys out, at least temporarily, because they did so much damage just in the first round. I was like, we're gonna die, and it's the only thing I could think of that might be able to do it. And inspiration. Oh, hard to say. You guys is doing the voices were fantastic. I love it.
You sounded like Jimmy Stewart to start with.
That's what I was going for.
Yeah.
I love
when
it.
you first
All
started,
right,
you
you're
said
red.
Jimmy Stewart.
You're purple. I guess.
Well, I've already got it, so
Oh, that's
Yeah,
true.
he's
Oh, then
good.
you. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
You're the obvious choice.
thank you for noticing the Jimmy Stewart attempt.
Great.
Yeah.
That's great. It was fun.
Um,
It was awesome.
I love the setting for its not really for me not knowing it super well, and like getting the impression that like most of these people, like some of them, you know, that you told us about are like historical figures and places, and then just sort of like not exactly knowing what's made up or what's slightly twisted and what's real. I love knowing like the Santini mob. Are they made up? Who knows? I don't know. It's ambiguous, right? The same thing you told us, right? That these Bright Oracle guys are based on some sort of theosophical society, right? And Mira Wilson, I presume, is inspired or drawn from, you know, several stars of the era. So that's all great. I love the depiction of our very innocent framed friend Swifty, and just immediately enjoyed how Radical was on board with like the voices. Was tremendous story. Is my favorite thing about the play acting in this era is getting to do the fake radio voice, and you know the commitment, all the different to the NPCs, the little mannerisms. Great how Bezic just sort of scouts ahead, and takes a sort of direct path. And keeps everyone appraised with the message stuff, because it can be like distracting or slow things down if certain people have information that the other characters technically don't. So I really appreciate that you're always keeping on top of being like, yeah, everybody knows everything that we all know because I'm messaging everybody constantly. I love Silver Sword from the name to the pretending to be a ghost, to just very like confidently being like, I'm going to explain to this cop how I am an extra dimensional investigator, and just the sincerity of it is all tremendous. So what a great time. I think I vote for Silver to get inspiration. The traipsing through the house as the invisible ghost of Mira Wilson. Investigate my murder. Oh, and one last thing before I finish. Detecting poison. Top notch
yeah.
Yeah, that was
investigation.
awesome.
Yup.
Yes.
Yup.
Yes.
Very good. All right.
Awesome. Yeah, I was so excited to get to play this one, and I love this whole world, and I really love like the craftiness of how you adapted that we are inhabiting these other people and having this dual, like somehow I know some of these things or that this is important, was really cool. Yeah, just so many hysterical characters, like the explaining to the cop. Just, I was literally slack-jawed as a player, as a character. Where it's like, I'm just gonna tell you everything we're doing. It's like, oh no. And then I love that P6 is like, I'm gonna sneak around while this is happening. Was so funny. The both of them, and then him taking another crack at it. Like, let me reiterate, we're here to investigate.
Maybe you didn't hear us the first time.
I'm gonna try to say this more clearly. And as other people have said, just the whole like I'm a ghost distraction was ridiculous, and even the writing like poison and all these things. And like Tane was saying, just imagining like we're having our dissonant experience of like we're in a world we don't understand, and then they're just like, what the fuck is going on? Like sounds. And just so many moments of total, like when I made noise in the door and a mage hand and this happened and boom, and you're just like, what is happening? And the lights, like imagining this stuff playing out is so funny, and I will never forget the guy going like, "There's a matter on the loose." Killer on the loose. Yeah, and I just love this time period. It's such a fun world to play in, and feeling like also like deeply committed to like I'm gonna crack this case. And then the wind just fucking was cracking me up so much. Again, just imagining how it, like in a movie, like I've seen that scene where the people crawl up and they're like, "Whoa!" It just happens again. And the fact that the one guy was literally killed solely by falling down the hill repeatedly. That was amazing. So yes, my inspiration would go to Silver Zord as well. And just like, I'm so glad we're doing another session and getting to spend more time in this world because I love it.
Yay.
Yeah.
During that opening piece where you guys both said crazy things to Bert, and then you like saved it, sort of. You're like, they're just getting in character. Where to put a picture and all of that. That was a great sort of on the fly save. You guys, you went over most of the details. So yeah, I love this world too. And when I was, when I was making this, I was kind of like, I'm gonna make an old Hollywood one shot. But then as I was researching things, it's like, whoa, this is crazy. Whoa, look, what about this? And so it became a thing where it's like, let's look at pictures of people. Let's look at videos and see who these people were. It's like, I've never heard of Swifty Lazar, and he was like the #1 agent in the 70s and early 80s. He was like the dude, and he's lost to history, and there's like hardly any pictures or videos of him that are even available. I couldn't find it anymore, but there's one sentence of video of him talking on Getty, and that's it. And there's that YouTube video I saw showed you that has no audio at all, and some of these other people like RKO doesn't exist. Richard Kerner, or whatever his name is, Charles Kerner, fired Orson Welles. And Orson Welles, when he was fired, was quoted as saying, "Don't worry, boys, we're just passing a bad Kerner."
I don't understand the pun.
I was confused too. It makes me think like a kidney stone or a kernel or something. But it was funny back then. Funny enough to be quoted and remembered forever. But nobody remembers Kerner. Everybody remembers Orson Welles. But Kerner fired him and had the studio make a bunch of B movies, and they made a bunch of money. And also, if you guys visit Kerner, there's all these videos of these crazy Nazi movies from the 40s and 50s that are just, they're mind-blowing. There's a movie called Hitler's Children that they made that was a blockbuster. Anyway, we'll find out in the second session.
Wow.
But yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff in here to explore. I really enjoyed the combat. It was fun having all the different forms of cover
and the terrain, and obviously the gust of wind was really clutch because those Tommy guns were very strong. The big bruisers were very strong. It's a good thing Swifty Lazar keeps long rest juice. in his
Apparently, yeah.
trunk.
That's incredible.
Yeah, that's some good
I
stuff.
forgot that was the one more detail that I absolutely loved. I'm so grateful you showed us pictures of Swifty Lazar, because then having him in the bushes and go psst,
Yeah, yeah,
and then
yeah.
just imagining that guy popping up. Also look for me in there. Like, what the It was like choice character introduction. He's just hiding out in the bush. I gotta stay back here.
I gotta look up. There's a name of a real star from the 20s or 30s who had this big mystery around her death that has got really nothing to do with this story, but was super interesting. So I'll try to find the link to that. She was like found dead in the car in her garage, like like the following morning or something. But I'll put a couple links in the chat, and I hope everybody is able to come back November 18th.